motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Curves become a weapon, brakes become a dare. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to touch back. Left, right, heartbeat ignite. Left, right, heartbeat ignite. Left, right, heartbeat ignite. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine sing. One chance, one line, cross the edge of
Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Engine scream, burning rubber, no rewind. Joker series chaos in the night, lights glow. Pedal to the metal, let the madness flow. Gotta burn it up. In the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. Flash shining answer for your love. Against every fumble, that's all my love. Crash and burn, spin out, lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Gonna learn me, last control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Oh, Joker series, burn it down. Gotta burn it up. In the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. Kiss, get loose, control your life. I'll kiss
underway. The very first Joker's series. And I don't think anything like this has been done in Gran Turismo that's been at least broadcasted, so. And here we go, baby!
Engines roar, the night ignites, speeding through the neon lights. Salamanders call, we hear the sound, the Joker series, it's going down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Salamander Racing Joker Series. Happy to have you all with us here this evening. We've got a fun couple of races set to go. Right off the bat, we're going to bring in, we've got a couple of good commentators for this one. The first one you guys know and love, he's been here many times. T-Case, welcome to the broadcast. How you doing here tonight?
Hey. Oh, I'm doing great. Excited for what you got in store for us.
This is going to be a good one. And for our second commentator, we've got a newbie to the Salamander Racing Joker Series, but somebody you guys probably know already. We're going to bring in Sector 7's own Tati to be our commentator here tonight. Tati, how you doing tonight? Oh, is Tati muted? I think she's on mute.
I am muted. Sorry,
there she is.
There we go.
I'm super excited to be here, obviously. First time, but hopefully not the last. I don't think it will be.
Absolutely. We are happy to have you.
Thank you.
All right, so for those of you out there that haven't watched this before, just real quick, the Joker series is where we go a little bit outside the bounds of the normal Gran Turismo 7 rule set. The drivers have to do joker laps, which, if you're familiar with rallycross, joker laps are where you have a little bit of extra section of track that you have to take. At this particular track, we are running we'll get into this later, the LeMans no chicane layout, and there are 2 joker laps that these drivers have to take. It's going to be the 2 chicanes. So it's a fun time. Adds a little bit of strategic element, a little bit more excitement to the race, and so far people have had a lot of fun with it. So we're going to hope to keep this going and continue doing the Joker series here. With that being said, we've got a set of prizes on the line at the end of this race for the top 3 people that finish in the prize split, which will be the second race, and those prizes are being provided by our sponsor, 4D Racewear.
Sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 40 sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedal in a way that no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints. Visit 40racewear.com and check out the original racing gloves for your feet.
Yes, there we go. 4D Racewear. They've got good stuff. I've got a set of their gloves, which I really like, and a set of their boots or their shoes that I use for racing. That's also really good. So definitely go check them out. With that said, TK, do you want to go over what the schedule is here for this evening?
Yeah, so we only have 2 races for you guys tonight because y'all know Le Mans. It is long. It takes a minute to get through. I mean, multiple minutes, obviously. So we're going to only have 1 exhibition race. And then after that exhibition race, we will have the prize split, which is going to be an extra long race. And those drivers who registered by the deadline will be able to participate, and top 3 drivers get a prize.
Yep, it's gonna be a fun one. Really quick, Tati in chat, they're saying that your volume is low. You sound fine to me, but within the VDO, if you could bump that up a little bit. I think
VDO?
people are
Yeah,
saying that
no
you're a little
problem.
hard to hear.
Oh, is that where my audio is coming from? No,
Yep,
it wouldn't be.
is through
Yeah,
VDO.
through the VDO.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. So what we do is we're going to go over what the race settings are for that initial exhibition split that we're going to run first. So let's get that up. All right, TK, so you want to take us through the exhibition lobby settings?
Indeed. So for the exhibition race, again, no prizes on board. This is just for fun, and it will be fun. We have 9 laps here at Le Mans, aka Sarth. And there will be 2 joker laps. These laps have to be done separately. They cannot be done on the first lap, out lap, or final lap. They will need to do 2 separate jokers. They are the 2 chicanes on the long back straight. Tire wear is set to ×3. The racing mediums are required, but all tires are allowed. And if you've been following it, you know this is going to start in the rain, so expect to see some inters or full wets. And then it's up to the drivers to determine how they want to handle the rest of the race. Fuel burn is at 2x, which isn't too bad. Refuel rate, 3 liters a second. Pretty slow there, so going to have to think about fuel when coming in to the pits. And then light damage is on, so any accidents in this exhibition race, don't worry about it. Your damage will be repaired. Just hopefully it doesn't happen before a long straight. 3 cars are available here. We got the Ferrari 430 Scuderia from 2007. We got the Lamborghini Gallardo LP 560-4 from 2008. It makes me think of Akon. And then we have the Alfa Romeo Romeo Giulia GT AM20. Great combo of Italian cars here in the game.
Yep, that was the
such a good looking car.
Yeah, that was the theme here. We're going to go with some high-speed Italian machinery. So
Yes, in France. How insulting.
I mean,
All right.
there aren't very many fast French cars, so.
I I'm just saying, I feel
Oh,
like there were 2 world wars. You know what? Never mind.
You know what?
shots fired. Shots fired. All right, so let's go over what the keys to this race are going to be. This is a long track, and I mean, the prize split's going to be a pretty long race. The exhibition, not quite as long, but still a long race. So definitely, there's some things people want to watch out for. Number one is you're going to want to find yourself a drafting buddy. Once again, we've got the long straight in these cars. Having a drafting buddy is certainly going to help with your lap times.
Indeed. And of course, the moistness of your Joker lap. Now, remember when you're driving on these tracks and the track is drying out, where the cars are going, that moisture gets thrown up into the air and evaporates. You see the moisture meter go down. However, we saw this this past weekend with the PHG World Series. The curbs, the shoulders, everything not on that racing line stays moist. So when you think about these drivers going down the long straight and they have to do the first chicane or second chicane for their Joker lap, that area is going to be wet for a lot longer than the straight is. So paying attention to how wet that Joker lap is, it could really ruin your race if you're on slick tires.
Then Tati for number 3.
My key is to not let Lasarth trick you. It's a very fast track. It's very easy to get into a rhythm. All right, I'm gonna bring my volume up. Thank you. I just noticed that. I boosted it 10%. It wasn't enough. How about now? We better? I guess we'll find out
soon enough.
Anyway,
we'll find out when people say.
Lasarth is fast. It's easy to get into a rhythm, but you still have to respect those corners. Do not let yourself end up braking later and later through the race. You're going to mess up your exits, which ultimately messes up your speed.
And also, real quick, not to embarrass you, Sal, but it was your birthday yesterday. It was your birthday. Vlogs made sure to remind us. So again, I mean, I already sang you happy birthday yesterday, so I won't do it again today. But happy birthday yet again.
Yes.
We are happy you were born. Let's say that.
I turned 29 for the upteenth time. I'm not going to say how many times I've turned 29 now, but it's been a number of times. So I appreciate that, you guys. Yeah, I mean, the reason we're running this race, I was taking my birthday month and doing, this is the race I would want to do. So these are all kind of the settings and the track and all the kind of stuff that if I were racing, I would want to run in this. I'm a bit of I like doing the endurance stuff. That's why this one's longer, stuff like that. So I'm glad a lot of other people are on board for it. So with that said, I'm going to duck out because I'm going to go talk to the drivers, make sure everybody's ready to go, and then we're going to get qualifying underway. But for now, I'm going to duck out and leave you guys to it. So you guys have a good time commentating this race. We'll get started soon.
All right.
See you
Later, bud.
Later. Thank you. Hey, TKs, before we really start talking to the people, I just want to tell you that you might be getting some like prison time or like threats or something because first you said exhibition and then you said like long and hard very close after saying that, and then the number of moists was just I love the word, but it was excessive. I love it. I'm not upset.
You missed yesterday when D's Nuts was running his qualifying. So and then if our very own Booty Sweat enters, you know, it can get out of hand. I'm not afraid. I'm not.
Don't
come
be.
At me.
No, I mean, how
come at
you
me.
Can't help it. That's their name. It's their name.
It only comes natural to me. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. So
okay, now maybe we can be for real. Yes.
There we go. On the topic of racing here, I've said it many times. I just don't like this track. I'm sorry. I know it's a historic track. I know I understand it, but I don't. It's like you got a quarter of a racetrack, and then you got this town, and then you got another corner of the racetrack, and like the track limits are confused. I don't know. So I'm not going to speak to that because I'm a hater. But I believe you do enjoy this track. Is that correct?
I
Or is that the
say
wrong?
no because I'm not good at it. I've never been
Right.
good at it. I've gotten good enough to be competitive if I had to be in a race, like if it was a league race, but it's
Yeah.
years ago. Um,
Yeah.
I appreciate it though. It's a
There you go.
track from an era where that's just how European tracks were. Spa is the same exact way. They just cut off a lot of the road, but
Yeah.
these cars were on like horse carriage tires. They just didn't have the cornering ability. So it wasn't about cornering. It was about going as fast as possible and being daring and brave because it's not like you're on this like smoothly paved racetrack. You're
Right.
on a public road in a rickety like whatever on
Uh-huh.
small tires. And so yeah, you go town to town, and I think Le Mans and maybe the Nordschleife are like the only racetracks left that are like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate
That
that.
that's
Um
fair.
but yeah, I'm not good at it, and I don't get it. I'm like, I think the NERB 24 is a much better race.
Yeah.
We're starting
Yeah, the
qualifying now.
NERB 24, at least it has proper corners.
Yes.
And same with Spa. Spa they did pretty much eliminate the town out of Spa, and now it's a proper racetrack. But you know what? It does make sense for Americans to like it, because if you look at a lot of American racetracks, like, they are rough. They like if I got to go to Sebring last year, and I can't believe that's a racetrack. That is the
This
bumpiest,
thing is awful.
most ridiculous track. We were watching some hypercars go through there, and it was like you could see the back tires come off the ground. And these are high downforce cars, so it's pretty crazy. But we do have qualifying underway, and
Yes.
to say it one more time, we got that moisture meter in your bottom left-hand corner. If you see that light, kind of light blue, grayish bar there, it's halfway through, so that is looking like intermediate weather. And we can see BHR Johnny Boy on the intermediate tires. And he has chosen the Julia. Very nice. As well as J-Dog. It'll be interesting to see. Sal has this set up. Kind of, the cars are competitive, but sometimes there is a meta, or depending on your driving style, he kind of leaves it up to you. Whoever does the most practice is going to figure it out. But interesting to see these cars. We got Mr. Racing in the Ferrari S7R. That's your team, correct?
Yes, yes it is. What's up, Mr. Racing? Good luck.
Fernando B, I like the colors on that. So we got some Ferraris and we got some Giulias. No Lamborghinis out there.
Yeah, so I guess we found the not meta, right? Like maybe the Lambo is just like, okay, well this isn't competitive. Man, this is sketchy because let me tell you, I'm terrible at that second chicane. When I tell you I'm not good at Le Mans, what I really mean is I'm terrible at the second chicane and I'm terrible at the Porsche curves. In the wet, I'd be hopeless.
Yeah, the Porsche curves, it's so hard. It's so hard. And you can see there, I mean, these guys are right on top of each other. Former teammates. Josh Moment recently switched over from BHR to PHG, but he very much is involved in the BHR crew. So good to see these guys. And our very own PHG Pyro out there. Good to see him. I know he's been busy lately, hasn't been able to participate in a lot of the stuff going on, but good to see Pyro out there.
Yeah, and you know what, C-Dubs? I absolutely do claim Mr. Racing. I claim everybody on Team S7R until you're no longer Team S7R.
Indeed, and I believe you're a big reason why Wid finally bit the bullet there and joined the team. He was resisting for such a long time, but everybody knows he hangs with them S7R drivers. It's J-Dog. See,
a moment.
Swirly under braking there.
That also messed up Josh Moment.
Really did. Drivers need to separate themselves here a little bit. As we look here into the braking zone, you can see he just outbrakes himself, and then it gets real slippery out there on the painted surfaces. Good avoidance. That's about as good of a rejoin as you can do in that situation.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you a moment ago there. But you know what? My keys to the race, it was going to be neither Indy nor Mulzon Corner are your friends. And we just learned that. That's the first lap. Indy struck.
It is so great. Yeah, especially when they're not doing their Joker. And good point. They do not have to do their Joker on qualifying, so they will not be doing any of the chicanes on the back straight there for qualifying. And yeah, it is. I mean, that hairpin at the very end. What a doozy after a long straight. Especially if you're in the slip and you're bump drafting, like you're carrying so much more speed. And drivers into the pits. Are we going to see them get off these inters and perhaps switch over to softs? That is surprising.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the rain is getting worse unless they're seeing something on radar we don't. Could be going to wets, but softs, it's very premature for softs, I think. That would be insane.
Well, they're going to send Fernando out there, and hopefully he dries off the track for everybody else as well as Pyro staying out. Yeah, I was not expecting the dive into the pits because well, I guess right here where Pyro is right on the fence.
Oh.
If you can stay on that racing line, yeah, the moisture meter has gone down, but I don't know if you got to see any of the PHG World Series this past weekend, but they were also here at Le Mans in the wet, and we saw so many drivers, as I would say, MDKs, a murder, death, kill, by their own actions here. But we see some drivers on the soft, some on the mediums.
Yeah, looks like it. I hadn't realized that a dry line was forming, but maybe that last sector is just not visible because the moisture meter definitely was above the line when we were watching drivers going through the Ford chicanes. But I guess the track, yeah, we got softies out here, Jersey.
We got soft. All right, Jersey.
Okay.
Jersey's he's commentated for 2 races now and done some qualifying. So Jersey's been dipping his toes into the commentating booth, and it's been good to have him. It's fun to see more and more people kind of get after this because we know it. We enjoy talking about racing in cars, and then they're like, "Hey, come talk about racing in cars for a couple hours."
All right, I was gonna do that anyway, just to somebody who didn't want to hear it.
Exactly. I was gonna yap somebody's ear off, and they didn't care. And look at this cluster. We see S7R Mr. Racing kind of slowing down here, but it looks like Josh, J-Dog, and Johnny Boy, a PHG sandwich there, gonna work together on this outlap. So Fernando B and Pyro are the only ones on the flyer. They are on the intermediate tires.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I feel like I would want to get a banker in on whatever tire I'm on, because clearly you have time to jump in and take another outlap and do your thing when the track is even drier, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there is only 10 minutes here, so they should all get one flyer. It looks like somebody's spinning. I can't tell who it is, but I see an arrow going round and round and round. That's Mr. Racing in P6.
Mr. Racing,
he has picked up some penalties there from hitting the wall.
I'm not biased or anything.
I mean, we hate to see it. We want everybody to know.
We do hate to see it.
That's what I'm.
It didn't start with him.
So it wasn't. It was J-Dog and then collected. I do love no ghosting. If you've ever been in my lobbies, I make sure ghosting is off because that's fun.
Same, 'tis a favorite.
And in the prize split race, there will be heavy damage, so that's another thing to consider. This race, no heavy damage, just light, so that will all get repaired. But for those on a flyer, I guess they were all on their outlap, so assuming they can get across the line in time, they should be okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect the inters to burn up so easily, but I guess again that dry line is forming, and if you stay on it, well, they're gonna do their thing. But Fernando probably will come in here. He didn't come in before. I can't imagine he'd do another lap on these.
Yeah, if he comes in, he won't get back.
Oh, right. We're only 10 minutes.
He's gotta commit. Yeah, he's committed. And,
I don't know why I forgot it was 10
he runs
minutes.
too deep.
Well, hang it
Keep
up.
it on the track, Fernando. Nope. All right, don't interfere with Pyro. And he got reset. Woo, that was close. Pyro's gonna set the first time across the line. and he'll get one more lap, but I don't know if it'll be any good with those inters on the tri-track. But a 3 minutes 53.8. Fernando calling it a quali, resetting back to the pits.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
J-Dog having spun, has Mr. Racing ahead of him, also who had spun. But I think now these tires are going to be good. I wonder if Mr. Racing didn't know he could use the subs. The mediums are required for the race, but all tires are available.
Good question. Because yeah, why would you go on the mediums if you're going on a dry line and you only get one flyer at this point? Or maybe you just hit the button, hit the wrong button. It happens.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand the physics. I'm still on Indy. I'm like trying to understand the physics of going through Indy on street suspension in the rain. And I guess it's just like really patient and really slow. Like, I'm like, when do you brake? All that body roll. I can hardly do it in a real race car with like soft tires and stiff suspension.
Pyro picking up that penalty. Yeah, well, that's the thing with Gran Turismo is if you put too grippy of a tire on a road car, the suspension goes bonkers. It goes bonkers. So being in road cars, these are high performance road cars, but they are on racing tires. So you have to be so gentle applying the brake and letting off the brake. If you just lift off under braking, that's going to cause the whole suspension to kind of bounce, essentially. And it is an interesting combo. But you do have grip under acceleration, so.
You do, but that's not just in the game. I mean, that's just realistic, right? If you have a really grippy tire and a relatively soft spring, you know, the spring is going to compress or decompress more than the tire will lose grip and keep you slip, right? So even like built up race cars that are, you know, close to touring cars, they wouldn't use a compound nearly as grippy as say like an F1 car. It just wouldn't work. You'd just be tossing all that body weight around.
Right. I was at Autocross this past weekend. I've upgraded my MX-5 quite a bit to some. As Johnny Boy gives Josh a little tap, and that might have been more than a little tap. Unfortunate to see, and that's trying to get the braking down. Just what we were talking about. Look at this here. You can just see it's just the control under braking isn't quite there. Maybe Josh broke slightly earlier. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Josh definitely broke earlier. There you have it. Good on Johnny Boy not to just keep going. That was a big punt.
It was. 2 seconds for him too.
That is unfortunate. So we're gonna have a shake-up grid. But as I was saying, there was a Corvette, C6 Corvette, very nice, and they lost it in a spot that seemed abnormal to lose it, and spun about 6 times and right into the light pole in the parking lot. Shattered all the glass. Ruined their day, for sure. But it was that thing of like you should have just stopped instead of trying to keep pushing it. But they kept pushing it, and it did look like kind of the tire caught, but the car wasn't ready for the tire to catch. Yeah, it was tough.
Ouch. Yeah. I not to be an elitist, but TKs, we're elitists. Like, I hate walking into a GR4 lobby and it's racing softs. I'm like, if you don't put sport softs on these things, because a sport soft is a track tire, right? Like it's not it's a Michelin Pilot Sport, like a Cup 2, right? It is an R compound tire.
It is a track day autocross.
Yes.
It is not for the street.
It is not a literal street tire. Exactly. A sports medium is like Pilot Sport 4S's, not triple R's, but whatever, like that level. And then a street hard is like, you know, your ultra high performance all season, a DWS 06.
That's what you put on your nice BMW for daily driving. Precisely. There we go. Jersey with the top time there, 3:52.6, which, I mean, considering Pyro was on the enters, Pyro's not far off. That's less than a second, so great time by Pyro as well.
Yeah, surprisingly close there between them. It seemed like such the way you put it, a shake-up grid, a shake-up lobby, because a lot of moments.
And that's what I mean. That's what the wet gives you, which is I'm always, especially a wet to drying line. It's who's going to be bold, who can get through not making mistakes, who's going to play it safe. Pyro played it safe, and it's worked out for him in P2.
Absolutely, because essentially everybody else had just one chance. Because you just didn't have a long quality, and going in, lost you your first lap, and you just had the one chance to get it right. Whereas Pyro, even if he'd messed up his first flyer, he was gonna get another one. Worn tires, but you know, he played safe and actually make it through. And did.
Very, very nicely done from these 7 drivers here in our exhibition race. Don't forget, we have the main race coming up after this, which is going to be 20 laps, and prizes are on the line. You did have to sign up for that one, so this one is just for people who want to come in, have fun. Some of these drivers in this race will be participating in the second race, so this is also, you know, a good little practice opportunity. Settings aren't quite the same, but you know, the more laps you can get under your belt, the better.
Yep.
Tati, do you mind going through these results?
I don't mind at all. So in first place with a 352.648 is PHG Jersey. Just behind him with a 353.489 is PHG Pyro. In third, you got BHR J-Dog with a 354.387. Then BHR's Johnny Boy with a 356.560. And then in fifth place, we're looking at PHG Josh Moment with a 357.287. I just want to point out that 4 of the top 5 are in the Giulia. Jersey up top with the 430 Scuderia. And then in 7th place and last is S7R's Mr. Racing 40, who unfortunately did not get to set a lap.
No, indeed. So Jersey was really the only he was the only Ferrari to set a lap, because Fernando was on the enters and then had that issue going into those final 2 chicanes.
Yep.
So interesting to see how this is going to play out on the race. I can't remember. Is that Giulia all-wheel drive or is it rear-wheel drive? Do you know?
I believe it's all-wheel drive.
All-wheel, yeah. So it would make sense to use that car.
Yeah.
Mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars are good as well in the wet. But
Grip on the back,
definitely having that all-wheel drive in the Giulia is a great option.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check that, like make sure it is all-wheel drive.
I'm pretty sure, because it's like the Quattroforia. It has, you know, fancy names.
Right, exactly.
Apparently, though, the Alfa Romeos we get here in the U.S. are not at the same quality as the rest of the world. You get the high-end one here. It's still not, while it has performance, it's as far as quality goes, it's not quite up to that top tier that you would get overseas, which is disappointing, because I think they're one of the better looking, you know, exotics out there.
I do think that in that class, especially with the way BMWs look now, in that class, it's up there. It probably is the best looking. I mean, shout out to Audi, but it's not you. So yeah, I would agree. I was gonna say something about that car, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, you were saying that we get worse quality. Maybe I didn't even think that Alfa Romeo had enough volume to have more than one manufacturing facility, but I'm guessing we get cars made somewhere not where the European ones are. I see.
Yeah, that is my understanding. I have a friend, C Turbo. A lot of y'all know him. That's who I go to Daytona with. But he is a tow truck driver for high-end vehicles. So he actually delivered Michael Jordan's Porsche GT3 to him, and so he does in South Florida. He transports crazy high-end vehicles, and he was telling me the number of Alfa Romeos that he has to tow because of breakdowns. Not because most of the time he's towing a car, it's because it's going from their garage to their hurricane storage facility for hurricane season.
Right.
And then he's like, but I have to tow so many Alphas down here because the quality just isn't there, which I was disappointed, because I was like, you know, that it's a semi-affordable car when you think about it, and it does look so good.
I think it's one of those that you either get a good one or you don't. I have a
Right.
close
And
personal
that,
friend who's had his Julia for like 5 years and hasn't mentioned a
oh,
single
good.
breakdown. And he does his own work, so he talks shit about all his other cars that break down. But I've never heard of him having an issue with the Julia, actually, out
Okay.
of everything.
That's awesome.
Getting
Looks like the
started.
drivers are making their way to the grid. It should be wet out there, or should I say moist?
You should say
Well, I'm glad to hear that,
more.
Tati, because yeah, it is a lot of cars these days are, it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. Granted, he doesn't have. It's not a quadrifoglia or whatever, but regular. Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
The SUV looks good as well. All right, Jersey starting on pole. It is false start Trek. We are in the wet. Looks like it's intermediate tires. Go, go, go. And Jersey leads the way in the Ferrari. It looks like the Ferrari very good off the line, leading those Alfa Romeos. Pretty far behind. Looks like a good buster up further on in the back row. Pyro and P2, but it looks like J-Dog trying to make a move there, unable to get it done. Everyone getting through the chicane quite nicely. A little squirrely back there from Pyro, but so far so good. And look at that gap Jersey is pulling. This is going to be good. They got 9 laps here. They have to do 2 Joker laps. They cannot do the Jokers on their out lap. They cannot do Jokers on the same lap. And they cannot do Jokers on the final lap. They can do them on the end lap, which is something I've always liked to do, because you're already coming in anyways. But it looks like Josh Moment is now challenging J-Dog down the straight.
J-Dog ended up in the grass a little while ago. He was driving.
Okay. That makes sense there. And you can see that other Ferrari now kind of powering behind for Mr. Racing. So good movement up the field for Mr. Racing. Clearly quick up the line from that Ferrari.
Sorry, I took a bite of my snack in that moment.
Ah.
But yes, I did want to say that Jersey getting to first place in qualifying bade well for Mr. Racing. If he can keep it clean, it just means the 430s pretty quick. And we just saw exactly why. Off the line, or on acceleration, it has an advantage, and that makes sense. The Alpha is all-wheel drive, but ultimately on acceleration, it still squats away from those front wheels, so they're not helping much. Whereas the Ferrari, that motor, all that weight, squats right on the drive wheels, and it's like, yep, got it, scoot.
But it looks like those Alphas are pushing good. As we saw Pyro almost get overtaken. We come in here. Does everybody get it stopped? Josh Moment takes the lead. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
Jersey gets it all wrong under braking. He was carrying all that speed and had nobody as a reference point. You can see here on the brakes, fully on the brakes, can't get it stopped. Nothing. I mean, he was the passenger at that moment.
Sure
Unfortunate. And that puts Josh up into first. Pyro still in P2. So good on Josh. It did look on the straight that the Alpha had a little bit more pace.
I think it's got a little more top end. They do start to oh my gosh, this is disastrous. Ooh, you want to buy Pyro. Also, J-Dog getting a little bit of a shoulder there from Johnny Boy, but I think they ended up okay. Wow, that was really bad, but in the wet.
And somehow Mr. Racing comes off in the lead 1.7 seconds ahead of everybody else, getting his braking done right here. Let's see what happens. We're on board with Josh. Josh runs wide. That allows Pyro through, but Pyro completely missing his braking. J-Dog runs wide. Johnny Boy gets it right, and wow, S7Rs, Mr. Racing, showing everybody how to use that left pedal.
Right? Man, that was fantastic there. We know the Ferrari is quick. I think it's got an advantage. The Alpha does catch up in the straights, but I think it's too little too late. You're at that next corner. Even at Mulsanne, we saw they did not catch Pyro, or not Pyro, sorry. They didn't catch Jersey. He caught himself.
Absolutely, he really did, and it's still wet out there. We still got about the same amount of moisture on the track. I do want to point out, I saw Talon asking in chat, BOP is on, so yeah, these are stock cars, just with racing and intermediate tires.
Thank you. I was literally just looking that up in the race doc.
Yeah,
Wow,
absolutely.
Mr. Racing's
Bob
gap.
does a good time.
2.5 seconds. There's a dry
Think
line
of-
forming.
It is. You can see it's almost there, not quite. And so I think a lot of people learned from qualifying, maybe do that one extra lap. We saw that it worked out well for Pyro. So I do imagine J-Dog has a 1.5 second penalty. That's unfortunate. Perhaps we'll see the majority of drivers coming in after this lap.
I think
and then it's
so,
just
too.
a matter of making the medians last.
Yeah.
Tati, are you good at math?
Ha!
Are you a math person?
I used to be. Hit
well,
me
I'm
with
gonna
it. Let's
put you-
see. I smoke a lot of weed. Try me.
There we go. There we go. I'm in the same boat. So we have drivers having 3/4 of a tank of fuel left, and they're on lap 2 of 9. As we see Mr. Racing, he's going for it, getting that Joker out of the way. He's going to lose some positions, but maybe he figured he had the advantage. Oh, that was close. He did have his turn signal on. It's a good reminder. Drivers need to use their turn signal. But yeah, so on lap 2 of 9, 3/4 of a tank left. Are we gonna see some refueling here?
I mean, I think so, because essentially what that means is a quarter tank. You use a quarter tank every lap, basically. So you're only going to get 4 laps out of the tank, unless you do some serious fuel saving, which there's only so much you can do. You're going to hit the top end of your rev range at some point on this track for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Jersey back into second place, by the way, after this corner in first lap. There's Fernando with a penalty, unfortunately. You know what? I forgot there were other Ferraris.
On the track.
Mr. Racing and Jersey. Yeah, I don't know, but if you're gonna use a quarter, J-Dog giving a full all-wheel drive drift there. You gotta refuel, and that's the end of that sentence. I've been trying to say for a long time.
It's a low refuel rate as well. This is a long pit, so that's definitely going to play in. We were talking off stream about when to take the Joker, and I think Mr. Racing, that was pretty smart. He had a good gap. He already had that gap, so I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad when the other drivers, because even doing that, he's only 6.5 seconds off the leader. So that's definitely going to play in his advantage. He will have to do another Joker lap, because they do have to do 2. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to write down that Mr. Racing did 1 lap, or 1 Joker.
Yep. I think, what we talked about off track, or out of the race was that it actually made more sense to do it when it was dry, because why have a double disadvantage? It's a moment. Saved it though. Saved it.
Johnny Boy drifting it.
Yeah, wow, that's a good pass around the outside by Jersey too. I guess brave, even though Johnny Boy did mess it up. But yeah, we talked about it actually being, more of a disadvantage to do it when it was wet, and I think we saw that. He's 6 seconds off the leader, but it would have been less. He had a really massive oversteer coming out of the chicane that he probably would have avoided with some grip.
And Mr. Racing is going to be the first driver into the pits, followed by Fernando B and Josh Moment. So Jersey and Johnny Boy staying out. 1 more lap on the inters. We'll find out shortly if J-Dog and Pyro come in as well. J-Dog in the pits. Pyro coming in as well. Oh no, I'm sorry. Pyro stays out. So they're going to get on their medium. So with this being, a shorter race, the medium should last to the end. I think in the competition split, it's going to be a different story there, but we'll find
I think
out.
so too. The inters seem to be doing okay for 2.5 laps or 2.25, and they'll still be fine by the end of this lap. So the mediums will do much better. They won't heat up as fast as these guys are on the dry line.
Indeed, and it looks like, yes, the drivers are filling their tanks all the way up, 100%, 97%. J-Dog's still in there. Looks like he's going all the way up as well. So full tanks of fuel for all the drivers who have pitted, which gives them a shorter pit stop. Pyro, Johnny Boy, and Jersey will have a slightly longer pit stop because they will have to get a little bit more fuel.
But, well, they'd have to stay out.
Well,
way
maybe
too
not,
long.
'cause
they'd
they're
have to
doing
stay
it,
out to like lap 5 to just do a one full tank, but that doesn't make sense to do. I kind of forgot that they would have to pit for fuel again, so they don't have to worry about taking the mediums for the rest of the race. They just got to take them for this stint and then finish strong on the soft.
Looks like Jersey taking the Joker lap there, giving up the lead to Johnny Boy. So that is one Joker from Jersey.
Yes, it is on lap 3.
And Pyro.
Mr. Racing's already taken 1. He's on the mediums. Not going to take it this time.
Lando B and Josh Moment knows the tail.
Cooperation never hurt anybody. Ooh,
Pyro said
the
in
half
the
second.
chat that he did both, but did he do them both on the same lap, or did he do... Interesting. We'll have to go back and look that. Yeah, if it's both on the same lap, one does not count. You have to do them on separate laps, but, you know, we did not see. He could have done one on lap 2 and then done the other on lap 3. Hard to keep track of that.
Johnny Boy in the lead. He hasn't pitted yet, but those inners are hurting real bad. Pyro,
Those
drive the
inners.
car.
So Pyro has taken care of it. So he did one lap 2 and one lap 3. So Pyro is jokered out. And Mr. Racing, it's amazing. That brings up the point that Gran Turismo needs to allow spectators. We could have a spectator for each driver keeping track
Sure
of all
could.
that. That would be excellent.
We need an in-car on Pyro. He's probably just like one hand on the wheel down Molzon and one hand typing on the keyboard. Just relaxing.
I don't understand it. My brain doesn't work that way. How drivers do that blows my mind. Ooh.
That's Mr. Racing.
Oh!
Yeah. The braking went all wrong. I think he might have hit a wet patch. I'm not sure. That was weird. The back end went the wrong direction. I thought he was looking for some sort of weird Scandi flick. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But the flick didn't happen.
He just went too deep in that kink right-hander before the heavy braking zone and got into the water there under steer as Jersey and Johnny Boy are coming in on the inters. The penalties are brutal here.
Oof.
We're
1.5
ending lap
seconds now.
3. Looking to see here. So Pyro on the enters. Track is definitely drying out. I imagine he dives into the pits here for some racing medium tires to satisfy the requirement there. Sure enough. The penalty here is not a good penalty spot either for this layout. So really do get hurt. Josh Moment, racing mediums. You can see as they clip the curves, the moisture meter darts up there, but taking it easy is Fernando B. J-Dog currently in P6. So Josh has now taken the lead. Fernando into P2. Mr. Racing with that big incident still in the mix.
Yeah, good for him. I don't think you can count the Ferrari out at this track. It looks like unless they really mess it up or have a 1.5 second penalty lap like Pyro, but it looks quick. We saw Jersey come back up the order after a big crash. We've seen Mr. Racing do the same. Right now Fernando is leading this race, and he did pit, so that he pitted early, so he's got the mediums, a good tank of fuel under him, so he can hold on to that lead for a while.
Indeed. Josh Moment, 5.4 seconds. No jokers that we know of for Mr. Moment. So this could be getting close to the time that he takes that opportunity.
Yes,
passes
I don't
that
know why
joker.
I said Fernando was in the lead. I'm here.
And it's P2, close enough. You were only one off.
I was close, right?
That's really close. 1 out of 7? Come on, those are good odds. Yeah, that track is completely dry on the racing line now. Josh opting not to do any jokers that lap. Same with Fernando B. Jersey and Johnny Boy are continuing on straight as well.
That's interesting because why not do it while your tires are fresh? The sun is out, but maybe the chicane hasn't dried out enough yet. Ooh, that's somebody diving in. That was
J-Dog.
Pyro. Oh, J-Dog.
J-Dog in there, and you can see the moisture meter, but well navigated from J-Dog. Because it definitely got up to that enters level, but he maintained it well. And Jersey, unfortunately, again into that hairpin. And Mr. Racing as well. That's allowing Johnny Boy up into P3.
I wonder if the softer tire compounds is affecting the Ferrari worse than it is the Giulia. That's several braking moments for both of those drivers.
Yep, and it's both Ferraris. They're just not able to get it slowed down there.
Yeah, what is Fernando doing right?
That's a great question. Because I guess with the all-wheel drive, I mean, they got the motor and they got a lot more weight up front, and that's where you get most of your braking power. So it makes sense for them to be able to brake a little bit better, just because they have more weight up there, giving up that push.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, the motor being in the middle of that Ferrari, you're going to put some weight on the front tires, but you still got way more weight back there that really wants to be in front when you dive forward like that. So I don't know if that's part of what we're seeing because they're crashing straight. So it's not an oversteer moment.
No, it's
just not braking.
It's basically, the momentum that they're carrying and all the weight being behind them, it's pushing them forward, essentially under braking. So it does make sense. Backend's not stepping out, but you can see there, Jersey putting the pressure on Johnny Boy, trying to get something done in these Porsche curves. Around the outside he goes. Jersey with an exceptional move on Johnny Boy. That is not a typical overtaking spot. Let's look at this again. You can see Johnny Boy running a little wide, compromised on this turn and just can't carry the speed. Good clean racing. The track has dried out enough to allow Jersey to just get on the throttle. And there is the advantage of the Ferrari having the weight over the rear wheels that's driving the car.
That's right. Some of that advantage is taken away now by the fact that the track isn't wet anymore. Jersey.
What a save.
Yeah, big save right there, baby. You got to brake in a straight line. I don't think that car likes any sort of angle on the brakes. That was close.
And Johnny Boy now under threat for Mr. Racing. Mr. Racing getting it done. Johnny Boy falling back.
Wow. Back to back. Two Ferraris.
It's been quite a roller coaster.
It really has.
You can see Johnny Boy just hasn't been online. He's been off the racing line through most of these turns and has just allowed these other drivers to carry more momentum.
Yeah. What are that sequence of corners after Dunlop called? Which I guess isn't going to be Dunlop anymore. I don't know.
The left, right, left.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That's what I call it.
The left.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad with that.
I wish I could remember, but yeah. Wow. Big moment there. What is that? Oh, he's taking a joker.
Jersey. You're like, what is he doing?
That angle was weird.
There we go. Jersey getting another one done. So Jersey has completed
done, right?
his jokers. Yep. Josh Moment still with a really good gap. Still hasn't done his. I think he's waiting till the very end. Remember, you cannot do it on the final lap. Not do it on the final lap. Keep that in mind.
You cannot. I didn't see the moisture meter. I was too busy trying to figure out what I was looking at. J-Dog with half a second there. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was looking at, but I didn't see the moisture meter in that first chicane when Jersey just went through. Did you?
It looked pretty safe. It looked pretty safe there as Mr. Racing runs a bit wide. I think now it is safe. J-Dog was probably the last one to run it with a little bit of moisture, and now it appears to be okay. As J-Dog all the way around.
Oh man.
I mean, that looked cool.
Not a good lap for him. Half a second penalty. Mulzon strikes. Just too much speed. Just too much
And
speed.
a little dip in the kitty litter and all the way around.
See, this is it warms my heart to see that I'm not the one who struggles, the only one who struggles massively at this track. These guys practiced. These guys probably like it here. Weirdos. Weirdos, man. I would be struggling mightily in this race. I'm glad I just have to talk about it. It's nice.
Exactly. That's what when I saw this one was announced, I was like, well, I'm not driving. Might as well talk.
Might as well talk
Ooh.
about it. Oof.
What a save. What a save.
I would say that corner is probably one of the ones that I would say help Lassard to not be a completely wrong track to me. Like I said, I appreciate its history and why it is the way it is. But yeah, that Indy, watching people navigate that, and then of course into Arnage right after it's a pucker moment every time, every single time. Yep.
Yeah. Especially when there's other cars around.
Oh
It's
my
just-
gosh, it's impossible.
It's
I'm like,
nerve-wracking.
what is the line except to like start braking way before the kink even? And
Let me just get out of the way, let everybody else die, and I'll make my way through.
let's pick up the pieces.
J-Dog into the pits? Question mark.
Got half a tank of fuel. Maybe he's gonna put on softs for these last
Throw on
4
some
laps.
softs.
Okay.
Sure.
Feels premature for the softies looking at the medium wear, but what are this, like 2 laps on the mediums for most people? Let me see when J-Dog pitted. He wasn't one of the first to pit. He pitted.
No,
Yeah, I don't think I made a note of when he went in, actually.
I think he was in that second cluster of drivers.
Probably. So he's
Probably
only done a
lap
couple
3
of
or
laps
4.
on those. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking about the 20-lap race we have coming up next for the prize. If he's in that race, kind of planning out his
Do some
strategy.
testing.
for that, so,
Could be.
so definitely making those mediums last and the fuel last 20 laps. I don't think it's gonna work out for these drivers.
It's gonna be tough.
I will say for this track, I love a chicane at the end of a lap, and the fact that this has that double chicane, I do like that. And we got a Josh Moment taking a joker. Getting back on the track. I don't see a turn signal though. Something to note: drivers for the competition will need to indicate with their blinker. Keep that in mind, y'all. We do review this afterwards for the competition races. There we go. Okay. It just didn't look like it was on. Oh, I see. I see it, meow. I see it, meow.
See, meow.
Oh, missed.
no.
I mean, how many times is this going to catch people out?
I don't know. It's an evil corner. I mean, it's
really
mini
is.
Indy. It's just Indy the opposite way. Less of a crazy kink, less elevation change, but still like of the same evil seed. You know what I mean? Like they had the same mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that exactly.
Yep.
Half brothers.
Exactly.
One with a more diabolical father than the other.
Yeah, it's awful that they're back to back and the worst one is last. Like you feel like, I survived that. That was great. I'm such a good driver. And then boom, here comes Indy, like a freight train. You know? Ugh, hate it. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, I get it. And like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, I appreciate LeMans. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I understand its importance.
Imagine that corner in a cobbled together horse and carriage that someone was like, let's put a gas engine in this.
This is a good idea. We have no idea what anything can do. Hopefully these brakes that we just implemented.
Seems fine. Talon wants to know if the Ferrari's brakes are made by Mattel. Worse, it's Hasbro. It's just bad. It's bad, bro. I don't know.
They used to sell it at KB Toys, but that's long and gone, so you can't even get them anymore.
Honestly, they took them out of KB Toys. The quality fell. They were exclusively sold at Kmart towards the end there.
On the blue light special, Rosie O'Donnell was advertising it. Fernando, looking at that fuel, yeah, I see why. Interesting.
Yeah, he was not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. 17%.
I don't imagine he takes tires. Just a little splash and dash.
I don't know, because it's 2 seconds to take tires, literally. Like, that's how long the animation is, right? And so you're gonna lose more than that on a lap if your tires are dead, or worse, your dead tires could cause you to crash.
Right. Might as well start with some softs.
You might as well. Though I will say, Fernando being in the Ferrari, maybe having less grip wouldn't be the worst thing for them, because it feels like the handling just it's not doing what it needs to do for them. Yeah.
It's definitely not. But yes, he does come out on the softs after getting some fuel. Josh Moment still leading the way. And Mr. Racing, I mean, of all the drivers to have, I mean, he's had probably the biggest roller coaster in the race. How many times has he gone off now? To be in P2 is very impressive. Only 1.7, 1.6. It's going down 1.4, so he has got to run on Mr. Moment if he can keep it together for these final few laps.
Are they on the same pit strategy? Do they both need to pit? Looking at the fuel. Oh, he got it. Yeah, he's coming in after this lap. So we'll see where he really comes out, I guess.
Seems the fuel is catching him out. Those drivers who maybe went a little bit longer, like Jersey. So Jersey's not going to have to pit again. He was one of the last to pit, as Johnny Boy now takes his Joker, and that is completely dry. Well done to Johnny. Making it look easy. Second penalty on Pyro. He's going to have a good run on Johnny Boy. You can see how much time you lose on those straights by taking the Joker.
Right, it's a ton. It's a ton. Plus, the other car will be helped by slip. You're pretty much hopeless if you don't have a really good gap there. But, you know, maybe it gives you a slipstream partner.
Right. And I think we saw that. I think we saw them attempt that at the beginning of the race, and then chaos ensued.
Yep.
And now it's every man for himself. But Mr. Racing with a half-second penalty has caught Josh Moment. And around the outside into the braking zone. He gets it slowed down. Very nicely done for Mr. Racing, but he will have to serve this penalty, which should allow Josh back ahead.
Yeah, that looked fun. And they both made it through, which was fantastic. But unfortunately, yep, I think right around here he went out and picked up that penalty, or was it before?
I couldn't tell because it's hard to say. He maybe went wide into the first big hairpin there. Wow, even with the penalty, Mr. Racing able to maintain. He runs a little wide there, but keeps it within the white lines. And here we go into the tight twisty bits, if you will. And
he's gonna
sliding
pit,
that
so
car around.
How you driving, baby? Josh doesn't have to fight too hard. He does have to pit. Josh might not know that, but he does have to pit. But honestly, I still wouldn't put him out of it. I just wouldn't.
No, Josh has plenty of fuel, so Josh will stay out. Mr. Racing into the pits. I believe Josh needs to do one more Joker, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is correct. Starting to come around to the close of this race. Josh is on. Okay, so Josh has completed his Jokers. You see Fernando run wide. Josh is on the penultimate lap here. Making it work for him. You see Fernando already with the half-second penalty. Looks like he just carries a bit too much speed. Understeers a bit off the corner there. Easy to do. Surprised he didn't pick up. Yeah, he did pick up a second penalty. That's an easy spot to pick up as he's gaining on Johnny Boy. J-Dog currently bringing up the rear. A minute behind Josh Moment.
Johnny have hope?
12 seconds. Johnny, I believe in you, but he is under pressure there from Fernando. Fernando
I
gets
love
by,
the
but does have that
exasperated.
penalty.
Sorry, I just love the exasperated way he said his name just then. Johnny. There's the heavy sigh right before it. Said
You
everything.
know, I'm an empathetic person. I have a lot of empathy, and I feel for these drivers as we see Fernando getting it done. Well done, sir.
I feel for them too because Sal is going to make them do this for 20 laps and did not subject himself to this. He was like, I'm going to keep it safe in the booth. Is that Mr. Racing with a 3 second? It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's coming out of the pits, I'm sure.
Gotta
Or going
be.
into the pits.
Gotta be. How are you in third place? How are you in podium contention in a race that was objectively horrible? This has been a bad race by Mr. Racing. Let's make no qualms about it. You know, let's not mince words.
I think it's everyone has had a rough race for the most
Yes.
part. We've seen everybody have penalties and going off there, so.
That is exactly my point. It has been a rough race. And 20 laps, guys. 20 laps for those of you who are doing the second race. You know what I want them to bring back? Look at this battle going on. I'm gonna try to get this out before the break. Formula One support races with the Formula One drivers in it. Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and
I knew
again,
it.
outbraking
I knew it.
herself. It's so challenging there for these drivers.
That corner is evil. I'm not blaming Mr. Race or anyone. It is the corner. It's Mazan.
Corner's fault.
He gotta go. Prison.
And there we go, Fernando taking care of a joker here. This is their last chance if they haven't taken care of the jokers.
I miss
Sure
the days where
enough.
that would have also taken care of his 1.5 second penalty. Remember those days if y'all played sport?
Right?
Bleeding off your penalty slowly? Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
We do miss that.
Terrible, but beautiful.
Yeah, because what you were saying about the support races, the NASCAR drivers can drive in like the truck series and stuff.
Yeah, they can. They can.
Yeah. That would be fun. And we know Max Verstappen would do it because he just wants to race in anything and everything.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like the what was that series with the BMW M1? The Pro cars. Like
Okay.
those were legit race cars. It's not like you just put them in like a car that's kind of a joke. Like those were good touring race cars. Bring that back. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Put them in
That would
M2s or like some Porsche Caymans or something.
Yeah. I would like to watch that for sure.
I'd probably watch that more than I would watch the Formula One race. Listen, I'm in Formula One for the storylines. Okay.
Right?
Final lap
Yep,
for Josh Moman in the lead here.
You're there for the soap opera, and it's a great soap opera. If you really follow it and read all the articles and everything, oh man, I love
It really
soap.
is.
I'm
It's
a
great.
sucker for a teen soap. I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, watched a lot of those teen soaps. I love it. I'm here for it.
A lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Does that count as a teen soap?
I watched Buffy today.
I've never seen Buffy.
early- Oh,
I grew up
Johnny
as
boy.
a WB kid. It didn't appeal to me. So I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
woo. I love Buffy. One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill's a classic.
One Tree Hill. I think I watched the first
especially
season.
growing up in the southeast. It's
Mm.
very nostalgic.
Wow,
As we
you
see
take me back right now.
Josh leading the way. Pyro in P3.
Wow.
And he is looking good. He's on the racing mediums. He's got enough fuel to finish this race. We are on the final lap. No more jokers left to be had.
That's it. Johnny Boy was in the pits for not too long, but it's definitely put him on the back foot. But I think he was pretty much always in 7th place, right?
Yeah, it kind
Yeah.
of was gonna. It was gonna end up that way.
Looks beautiful out there, though. I mean, the sun has come out and shone out.
Gotta love it. And I mean, I'm looking at the starting order. We had Jersey P1, Pyro P2, J-Dog P3. So Jersey and Pyro. Jersey and Pyro maintaining that podium position, but moving down one place. Josh Moment had started 5th and moved up to 1st, so very excellent, taking advantage of some of the other people's mistakes there.
Yeah,
These
well done
drivers
for
are
him.
putting in fast laps. The cars are light. They're in a rhythm. The track's dry. And it looks like J-Dog had a unfortunate disconnect. We wish you the best, J-Dog. We wish you the best.
Man, last lap disconnect. That's enough to need a new PlayStation sometimes, depending on the race. I think these guys are just here for a fun time, which is nice. But last lap, that's just diabolical.
Yeah, you've put in all the work, and only to not finish. And looking at their fuel, I think they have enough to make it to the end. We did see last weekend for the PHG World Series here at Le Mans, a few drivers crossing the line without any fuel. It is such a long lap; it's hard to gauge that.
It's
especially
so
with the
easy
long
to do
straight.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's looking like maybe had Jersey had one more lap, he could have caught Josh. He's closed the gap by 3 seconds. He is a man on a mission. Big shout out to Jersey. He did start on pole, went an alternate strategy than most of the other drivers, but it looks like Josh is, if he can get through these chicanes, one chicane, here comes 2 chicanes. Can he get it slowed down? Get the throttle on. Josh Moment will win the exhibition race. GG's to Josh. Next across the line will be PHG Jersey.
Congratulations.
And then 20
guys.
seconds behind is Pyro, and he has
Oh,
got
not done?
Mr. Racing. It ain't over.
I think the Julia might be better in the chicanes, and there's not much opportunity for that great acceleration unless you go around the outside. Oh, he couldn't make it happen. I think he got a little bit of a help there. A little bumpy.
Pyro went very defensive, but look at this exit. It's
Yep.
going to be a drag race. Who's going to come across the... Oh, my goodness.
Pyro, yeah.
Pyro.
I was like, he's gonna get him coming out of that chicane, but it's not long enough for the acceleration. He might have been able to make something happen if he was able to stick that outside move, though. It was worth taking it.
That was very aggressive. Mr. Racing going for it. Pyro putting his car where he needed it to be. And very impressive because Mr. Racing started in the back. He did start in the back. So solid race there. Fernando picking up a half-second penalty. Johnny Boy will be our last driver across the line. Wow.
Okay. A little squirrely, but he caught it.
And there we have it. Started with 7, ended with 6. That's the exhibition race completed.
Yes, it is.
Woo! Josh Moment up 4 positions. No surprises here from that. Tati, will you take us through? Good, you remembered to save it. Take us through our final results here.
Yeah, absolutely. So in first place, we have PHG Josh Moment in the Giulia. PHG Jersey took second in the 430 Scuderia. In third, we got another PHG driver, Pyro, also in the Giulia. In fourth, we got S7R's Mr. Racing in the 430. BHR Fernando's in fifth in the 430. And then in sixth, we got BHR Johnny Boy in the Giulia. And finally in seventh, BHR J-Dog, who unfortunately DNF'd.
Wow. Well, that was more chaotic than I was expecting, wouldn't you say?
It was kind of crazy, like a little bit, you know. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. What I will say was how much close racing there still was, even after, you know, everyone having their own little disasters. They were able to find each other again.
Oh yeah, they
which-
somehow managed to. It's almost like they had magnets in their cars or something. Especially
On such
there
a
at the
long
end.
track.
Yeah, with the crazy straights, but I guess that is what the Joker throws in at you because everybody's going to have to be slowing down at various times. I love that battle, that drag. Any race that ends with a drag race is a good race to me.
Same. What is that mode in lobbies where it's not boomerang? Catch-up mode? Is that, what do we call it?
The boost.
Boost.
The boost.
I haven't had a
do
good
enjoy
boost
these.
lobby in a while, but those are fun.
We do a few boost lobbies throughout, depending on the track. Like
Yeah.
Blue Moon, the Blue Moon Oval or Triangle, Hash Brown, whatever you call it. We'll put boost on that. It's good. But before we go to break, because we do have the real race coming up, we need to pick our drivers of the race. Tati, I'll let you go first.
I think mine is going to be Durs. He lost the lead, unfortunately,
Yeah.
but we saw him have several moments over the course of the race, and he still managed to get back into second place, and not by much, right? So good on him. Definitely my driver of the race.
Agreed. Yeah, he was definitely hunting Josh down a few more laps, and we may have seen that. I'm going to go with the obvious because I'm a big fan of moving up the grid, and that's going to be Josh Moment. He marched right up there 4 positions, and that was really incredible. Real quick before we go to break, I do want to thank our sponsor, 40 Racewear. They will be giving out prizes to the top 3 drivers for our next race. Those drivers had to have signed up already, so we got a great race coming for you next. But we are going to take a short break as we get ready for that. So don't go anywhere, but a good time to use the bathroom or get a snack.
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say, one chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Cross the edge of time. Curves become a weapon, brakes become a dare. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say, one chance, one line, cross the edge of time.
Pedal down, heartbeat rising, no retreat, no compromising. Every second sparks ignite, push it harder, cut the night. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire, ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One
And we are back. Hope everybody had a good break. I hope you remember to wash your hands. Very important to wash your hands after using the restroom.
Some of
I
y'all
know
didn't.
I
Don't
did.
lie.
Oh, for sure. For sure. As someone who travels almost every week, the number of people I watch not wash their hands at the airport is disgusting. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. I am T Case. I'm joined by oh no, this side. Joined by Tati. Um, Tati, what did you think about that first race we saw?
A lot of fun. A lot of carnage. A lot of fun. And I think I mentioned that I loved how close it stayed, even with the carnage and being only 7 drivers across a really big track. They
Right?
stayed right together. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, that was very impressive to see. I'm looking here, and the people have spoken with 53% of the votes, 15 votes. Josh Moment takes it there. Well done, Josh. He got the win. He will be participating in this prize split race. And also, a great time to remind everybody if you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe to Salamander's channel. This Joker series was his brainchild. He came up with it. It is so unique. It is different from every other league out there. And
Yep.
he's done such a great job, especially on the production, figuring out how to do so much of this stuff. So please, if you're enjoying yourself, please like and subscribe. It's free. And if you feel like spending some money, consider becoming a channel member. Help support him continue to grow and be a part of this awesome YouTube community that we have here. And also, if you feel like it, I have a YouTube channel, TCase101. You can see it under me. Tati streams over on Twitch, and they also do tons of commentating. Tati and I both commentate for the NRL. You do S7R. You're doing that GT series as well. So Tati is incredible. They are fantastic, and
you.
I've learned a lot from working with them. So please give them your support. We got another race coming up here,
Yep.
and it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a big one. And the best part about this, so the drivers had to sign up for this race. Not anybody can join. It's a private race.
Mhm.
And the reason is our sponsor, 4D Racewear, who makes amazing gloves, various shoes for sim racing. I know iRace and socks. Having some sim racing shoes would be awesome. They also do jerseys as well. 4dracewear.com. You can see them there at the top left of your screen. They are providing prizes for the top 3 drivers tonight. So there is a prize on the line, and it's going to be exciting. And these are the prizes here. You can see those gloves, 2 different types of shoes, and you can see how much feel you're going to have in your feet with those shoes. I'm
Very
not an
thin sole.
animal. I don't drive barefoot. I know a few people who do. McNaughty. But you know, it's an alternative to socks. If you're a sweaty person like me, you know things can get a bit slippery on the pedals. So big shout out to 4D Racewear. So we had our previous race, which is just an exhibition, 9 laps, no big deal, though we did see a bit of drama. But here at our prize split, things are a little bit different. We'll take a look here at our race info. So instead of 9 laps, we're doing 20 laps here at Sarth, aka the 24 hours of Le Mans. Drivers will have to do 2 Joker laps. Those Joker laps are going to be the 2 chicanes on the back straight. This layout is no chicane, so the Joker laps will be the chicanes. They cannot do them on the same lap, nor can they do them on an out lap or the first lap or the final lap. So there are some rules there. They have to be served separately. Tire wear is going to be ×3. We saw that in the last race. The tire wear is starting to have an effect. The racing medium tires are required. However, all tires are allowed. So during qualifying, if the drivers want to use the soft tires, they are more than welcome to. If during the race they want to knock out the mediums and switch to the softs, they can do that as well. The fuel burn, though, is only going to be at ×1. So a little bit different fuel burn. So we might see a little bit different strategy there, as we did see fuel come into play in the last race. However, the refuel rate does stay the same at 3 liters per second. That is pretty slow. I know we deal with gallons over here across the pond, but over there in Europe, they're using liters. And heavy damage. I think that's the biggest change between the two races. We saw some incidents, we saw some crashes with light damage, and that goes away. But with heavy damage, especially on a track like this with the long straight, that's going to hurt you. So we might end up seeing extra pit stops, which isn't great. 3 cars are available. They are road cars, but they are, you could call them supercars or extremely fast GT cars here. We got the 430 Scuderia 07 from Ferrari. We got the Gallardo LP 560-4 from 2008 from Lamborghini. And we have the Romeo Giulia GT-AM 2020 from Alfa Romeo. And they will be on the racing tires. So, Tati, looking at that, what stands out to you the most compared to last race?
Well, it's not the tire wear because they're about the same. I think the heavy damage is probably going to be the biggest factor because, like you said, we saw a lot of incidents in that last race, and we saw a lot of people who had a lot of incidents still do very, very well in that race. That's not going to be the case if you've got heavy damage and you've got to go around, 4 or 5 miles of this track. It's not going to be good.
No, it's not. And you're right. That's a great point because I think every driver went deep into the chicane there after the long straight at some point and made contact with the wall. And, having front aero damage or front wheel damage, oh, man, especially when you get to the Porsche curves, that's going to be a real challenge. Another thing I know when looking at the settings of this race, so it's 20 laps compared to 9. There's 2 blocks of rain instead of just 1 block of rain. So we will have rain for longer, which will definitely play an effect as far as where the drivers pit. The fuel burn isn't quite as bad, but 20 laps, it's definitely going to come into play, especially with these drivers on that straight. I mean, you're keeping your foot to the floor. You can't really fuel save on a long straight like that unless you have somebody pushing you along or you're, right in the tow. And that brings up the keys to the race that Sal had mentioned is have a drafting buddy. I'm curious if these drivers are going to try to work together because we didn't really see that last race.
I don't think it was possible. They tried, and then, like we said, chaos ensued. But we saw a few drivers, if they got back together, push each other down the Mulsanne instead of overtaking immediately. Josh said in the chat though that he was able to save almost 3 laps of fuel, so it is doable. It's probably going to be in the more technical sections of the track,
Right.
First sector, Porsche curves type of deal. But I'm guessing it wasn't easy.
No, it couldn't have been. It just absolutely couldn't have been. Fuel saving is not my forte. That is for sure. Especially on a track like this. It's going to be interesting. I'm trying to think. So the drivers are going to be able to qualify. We saw it start out wet, go to dry. Only 10 minutes at a track where, your lap time's in the 3 minutes. That's not a lot of time. We
Right.
saw some drivers have their qualifying completely ruined by one little mistake. So I'm curious how many drivers we see take the intermediate banker strategy that we saw, like from Jersey, who went ahead and put in a banker instead of just pitting straight after that first lap. But we have several more drivers in this. We're about to go to qualifying. We currently have 11 drivers racing tonight for this prize.
Awesome.
Only the top 3 will get some of that 4D racewear. So exciting to see who's going to walk away with it. And there is somebody in this race, Tati, that we've worked with quite a bit.
Who's that guy?
Our very own McNaughty over here in the Alfa Romeo. I don't know if y'all have heard of him. He's been MIA in the streaming world, but he has been participating in the race leagues and just announced NRL coming to us this spring. So very excited for that.
Are we
Oh,
allowed
and
to
we
share
have-
dates yet, or is that still a secret?
You know what? I'm not sure. I know he updated the website, so I'm just gonna keep it at this spring for now.
Yep, I'm not gonna do it. Yep.
I don't want to get in trouble. He can be so mean. Oh man. Also, somebody in here happy to see Shaggy Dooster, our very own PHG Shaggy Doo, the mastermind behind the PHG World Series. Really fun to see him. Also, Slick, NVR. Very
Love that
nice.
livery,
Pyro did mention he was in VR as well. And then we have my favorite car, the Booty Sweat.
Oh my gosh.
PHG Nasty in the Booty Sweat Mobile. That's a bit more PG than his other livery, so appreciate that, Nasty. Then we have a VIP. I believe we have 2 VIP members, but VIP left to pass you. Very fast team. PHG Shell Dologist, who, you know, could have won last season Division B of NRL, but unfortunately he had to take his fancy vacation and miss the finals. Then we have our other VIP racer, Rowdy Burns. So a good mix, and we do have Lamborghinis, so we have no clue how these Lamborghinis are going to perform. Only time will tell. As it looks like Shaggy Doo's doing just fine.
Yeah, that was okay. The camera angle made it look great. I mean, it was looking good. It was looking really good for him. He didn't go off track, so I think we'll count it as a win. But we do have a few Lambos, which is super exciting because now we get to see how all 3 cars perform. I'm sure it'll have some of the same advantages of the Ferrari. I mean, that's just, you know, clearly. But I want to know how it does in the straights.
Indeed, and also with fuel and tire wear. And I did notice Pyro changing it up. He did the last race in the Ferrari, and something I like to see is the drivers changing up the cars. For me, that's more fun than just driving the meta. Is trying out the different cars.
I didn't know you could do that.
Indeed, and also to point out some brave drivers here. Sheldologist and VIP Rowdy Burns decided to wait a little bit to come out of the pits. You can see how far back behind they are. And now they are on the racing soft, so they opted to let the other drivers dry up the track a little bit. And now they're on the softs. They're far enough back that it'll be tough if they get 2 flying laps in, but they should get a really nice flyer on those racing softs if they can keep it together. And another thing to note is not pick up any damage.
That was brave, but also really smart. But it is still super wet right there in that last sector. I think that's also what we saw during the last quali. But I think it dried up enough. Shaggy picks up a 2-second penalty in the Ford chicanes there. That's not good. Not a good way to start your flyer.
No, it's not. And so he's gonna have to. I mean, this lap is a throwaway. It's gonna come down to the very end. Josh Moment into the pits, Jersey into the pits.
I bet they're kicking themselves. I bet they're kicking themselves thinking, oh, we should have waited and came on the softs. I didn't even think about that, but that makes so much sense. It dried up very quickly out there last time.
Very quickly. And Slick actually was out there on the full wets. That's interesting. But I guess it's just the outlap as Pyro drifting it around on the inters, catching it nicely and continuing on. But that is going to cost him quite a bit of time. You can see, oh man, way to hold on to it. In VR, I bet that was very, very exciting.
It almost came to a complete standstill there. That is very slow, and he won't be happy about that. Josh and Jersey come out on the softs. We got more people in. Slick was on wets. Went full hog on that. So he'll put on some slicks as well. No pun intended.
Yeah, I think he was being extra cautious with the full damage on. You know, if it's just your outlap, might as well have as much grip as possible to avoid any type of damage.
That's exactly right. We'll see how he recovers. He's got a slipstream buddy here with Fernando, maybe.
Left to pass you on the softs as well. Nasty in the Booty Sweatmobile on the softs. So Sheldo and Rowdy will be on their flyer here.
And the softs aren't looking bad.
No, they're not. And you look at that moisture meter in the bottom left-hand corner. I mean,
It's not that moist.
You got to have confidence, and we know the abilities of Sheldo and Rowdy. You know, I don't, especially at a track like this. Some tracks I would feel confident, you know, being able to stay on the dry line, but a track like this, I really fear running wide a little bit or going a bit too deep, which we saw a bunch of. So Pyro, who did that drift, looking fine out there. We saw Shaggy does have that 2-second penalty, so he's going to have to deal with that. McNaughty currently in P2, so that should put McNaughty ahead as far as track position goes when Shaggy serves his penalty. So McNaughty will be the first to set a time, assuming he can keep it on the track.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shaggy's got to serve it now. Okay. Yeah. What a pain there. Well, I guess time will tell. The track will only get faster, so McNaughty will set the first time, but I don't think it'll be the fastest time by any, by a large margin, because he's got people on softs behind him.
Absolutely. I'm anxious to see what. Interesting. So Pyro gets by McNaughty here. I'm not sure what the strategy behind that is, because we only have 3 minutes left of qualifying. There's not enough time to pit and do an outlap as Pyro, doing his best. Trying to keep it on the track. Unfortunately, he does not. Pyro is famous for giving drivers advice of using all the track. However, I think that may have been too much track. You saw he touched that green stuff there at the corner entry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun times. You hate to see it.
That's why McNaughty let him by a second penalty there. This qualifying is brutal. We saw it in the last race, and it clearly is not easy to get a good lap in here with only 10 minutes to qualify. So Shaggy.
Wow, Shaggy.
350 across the line. 350.159. That's with a 2-second pin. Pyro not able to do any better. McNaughty won't set a time because he has that penalty, and he's going to have to. What a terrible spot!
Oh
my goodness!
It's not going great.
It's not going great, and McNaughty will serve that penalty on his final flyer lap. So at least everybody else seems to be having trouble. I'm curious as a bunch of drivers are about to come across the line and set some more representative times. Oh, they are all on outlap. So it's just Rowdy Burns and Sheldologist on their flyers on the softs. But look at that. Look at down there. Rowdy Burns had damage on the front bumper and front right tire, as we see Nasty getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship there. Not getting in Sheldologist's way. As Sheldologist, this is going to be tricky. We saw this this past weekend coming out of this corner, avoiding the moisture on the curb exit. Very nicely done with a 3:45.664. Excellent time. So last race, 3:52 was pole, and Pyro did a 3:52.9 with all his incidents. Shaggy with the 2-second penalty did a 3:50.1. So these boys are here to play. Sheldo showing us what it is, representing Canada, eh?
Eh? Yeah, I was gonna ask, actually before Shaggy crossed the line, I was like, wow, I wonder how the other Lambos are doing. Per Sheldologist and both Shaggy, they're doing just fine. They're doing just fine. I think Pyro may be having trouble adjusting, because he was in the Rari last time, right?
Right, he was in that Scuderia. Shaggy does improve. Let's see as Pyro comes across this time. Oh, up by a second. 1.246, so looking good.
Nice.
For Pyro. Let's see what McNaughty's able to do. He does have that 1-second penalty. Oh man, that is just unfortunate not being able to set a time in the previous lap.
Yeah, but that it doesn't mean he's out of it, It's a good lobby, 11 people, and it's a slipstream track. So other people's mistakes, or just straight up, tucking in and picking up positions as you can, NASCAR style, you can come back. You can come
Oh,
back. We
yeah.
saw it happen in the last race.
We sure did. And,
Oh!
oh no.
But not if Indy is not your friend. That should have been my key, man. That should have been my key. I mean, I said respect the corners. That's all of them. But no. Respect Indy. You understand me? That's the town bully, the town gangster. That's crazy.
That is wild. Josh Bowman, Jersey looking to set their times, and looks like Jersey's going to get a nice little slip here from Josh. They got to get it slowed down.
They
oh my
sure
goodness.
do. Jersey's on the right line. Jersey took that very well. Jersey's like, yeah, I understand it now. Look
Jersey
at the
happy with
acceleration.
the Ferrari, yeah.
I wonder if the Lambo will have the same advantage to acceleration, but does it have the same, like, just straight up raw power on acceleration? I do want to see that.
It will be interesting to find out. I don't know if it's heavier, but visually it looks heavier. Ooh-wee, Shaggy Doo with 346.394.
Just
Very
right
nicely
there.
done. And Pyro with a 347.875. So clearly 340s are on the table. We've got a few drivers left to get across the line. Unfortunately, McNaughty is not going to be able to set a competitive time. But, you know, I've watched plenty of McNaughty starting from the back stream when he uses his last place account. I know he's got that ability.
He's got it in him.
The Jersey, and currently in P6, has not set a competitive time. Will be the next across the line. Jersey pushing it, keeping it on the track. He's coming across with a 50.1. Josh with a 50.2. Next up, we got Fernando B, and look at that cluster with Slick and Fernando. That's just not good for anybody, really, as they come across the line. Slick up and left to pass you.
That's for you.
Very nicely done with a 347.213.
All right, left to pass you. Apparently.
Starting P3.
Oh, nasty.
Unfortunate for Nasty. That was a good time, but he did pick up that penalty. That was a 348, which would have moved him up. It looks like Rowdy Burns still out there. He does still have that damage. He's been carrying damage since the beginning. We'll see how that plays out. He has a 410.436, which clearly is not a competitive time.
No.
He's going to be the last driver across the line. Heavy damage taking its toll.
Around here, there's just too many corners, too many places that it's a disadvantage. But it's such a long pit. It's so hard to decide, okay, do I fix this or do I just stay on? I think the answer is you always fix it. You just have a disadvantage everywhere in this track, and there's a lot of track.
You're going to lose time either way. Tati, will you
100%.
take us through our qualifying results, please?
I don't mind. In first place, in the first of the Gallardos, we have Sheldologist with a 344.015. In second, Shaggy Doo, also with PhD, and the Gallardo in 346.394. In third place, we're looking at VIP Left to Pass You in the 430 with a 347.213. In fourth, PhD Pyro in the Gallardo with a 347.875. Another 430 here with PhD Jersey in fifth place with a 350.106. So good mix between the two mid-engine cars up front. In sixth place, we got PhD Josh Moment in the Julia with a 350.227. In seventh, you're looking at Slick with the Julia with a 351.009. BHR Fernando's in eighth in the Julia as well with a 351.360. And then we will have McNaughty in ninth, who best lap was a 4-minute.773. Obviously, not going to be the fastest he could set. VIP Rowdy Burns is in 10th, also in the Julia, same situation with a 402.440. And then finally in 11th, we got PhD Nasty in the last Gallardo, who did not set a time.
Wow.
Wow.
Not surprised, I don't think, seeing Sheldo up there at the top or
Not at
Shaggy, but
No.
the fact that they're in the Lambo is interesting. we didn't see any Lambos last race, so
I thought it was
um,
like not good.
yeah, you
Nobody
kind
took
of
it.
just assumed nobody wanted to use it. But we did see Jersey really pull away there at the start of last race in the Ferrari. And now we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in the mid-engine Italian cars. So
Yep.
that's not going to be as much of an advantage because they're all going to be right there with each other.
Very true. Very true. I think it's gonna come down to whoever can have the fewest mistakes on track.
Right.
Yeah, we got some real pros in here though. So we'll see how it goes this time around. And the drivers that we did see who were having trouble, they just have that many more laps under their belt right now. So and it did seem to quiet down towards the end of the last race. So maybe they'll do all right.
Figuring out that braking zone. You know, I always say brake early, brake often. I think that is going to be key here, especially at the start of this race. It's starting in the wet. We got some top-notch drivers in here. I can't wait to see them battle it out. We saw some great overtakes, you know, around the outside last race. I mean, I don't know that there's much better than a outside overtake.
It's my favorite kind. It's so brave. It's fantastic. It's yeah, I love it.
It is a lot of fun. My claim to fame on Z28, one of his streams, the only time I get to race with those fast drivers is when it's a road car race, and it was the GR86s at Autopolis, and Z28 started in the back. I was like P4, P5, and I was doing good, and I knew he was coming up on me. He passed me around the outside, around that long left-hander, and it was on his stream, and I was just like, man. And then he came into my stream to tell me thank you for not letting him pass, but not crashing into him or pushing him off the track. So
got it.
I was oh, there we go. I was in one of those big streamers races. I don't get to say that very often, but yeah, a good round the outside is always fun.
I hate Autopolis with a passion, by the way.
Really?
What a disgusting track. It's no.
It's one of those weird ones that I think it's because they use it with the tracks that they use road cars on. I've just become good at because like Daily Race A, that's what I like. So Autopolis is used a lot, and so I've just kind of become accustomed to it.
Just good at it.
It's one of those
are the only kind of cars that are good at Autopolis, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you need to dance on the pedal. You don't need to rely on downforce and grip. It's more of a dance, and I do enjoy that.
Fair.
Unlike this track, which is not.
It is listen, Indy. As what we saw in Indy, you got to dance on the pedal. I mean, it's weird. You got to kind of drag on the brake. I don't know. Sheesh. What an awful corner.
Sheesh. I think that should be what this track's nickname is.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Sheesh. I mean,
C-Dub says, I agree, Autopolis is jank, right? Like, who? And that's why nobody liked it in real life either. Well, part of it. I guess the other part is that apparently it's in some remote area that nobody can really get to easily. So that's also part of it. It's like winding road up a mountain, and there's no real infrastructure up there. Not hotels or anything like that.
I thought it was a fake track, to be honest. I was surprised to find out it was real. It looks like the drivers are getting all set. Again, 20 laps, heavy damage. Racing mediums are required. 2 Joker laps. They cannot be done at the same time, nor can they be done on lap 1, an out lap, or the final lap. So we will do our best to keep track, but it is very difficult. But the drivers are lined up. We have 11 drivers on the grid. Sheldology is going to lead the way. It is wet out there. There's the lights out, and go, go, go. And look at that jump off the line from Shaggy and Pyro. Really rough start from Sheldologist. I wonder if the other 2 drivers use traction control because Shaggy and Pyro, clearly Shaggy does have traction control, and we can see it right there. Coming through here, it looks like all the drivers are keeping it clean further back, a little side-by-side action, but so far, so good. Sheldologist being the driver to lose out.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But maybe the other guys took off in second. I mean, traction control definitely helped, and if Shell didn't have it on in the rain, that's kind of crazy. But some people are purists. I don't know that
Yep.
the 430 had traction control. Did it?
Say, I know my Mazda doesn't
Questions
have
for
traction
Ferrari
control.
owners. No? Nice. My E30 doesn't, but it needs a motor for me to experience that. I did recently pick up a Crown Vic though, and it has no traction control and an open diff and dry rotted tires, so one wheel peels are the name of the game.
There we go. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Slick there. McNaughty in P8. Well in the draft. Rowdy Burns
Already?
picked up a 1 second penalty already. I bet that was on that fast right-hander. As the drivers are coming down. Shaggy Doo maintaining the lead up front. See if Josh Moment can get out of last place. What in the world is Moment doing?
Whoa.
Look at those tires. He is starting on softs. Will he be able
So
to
is
get
Josh
this
in
thing
the back.
slowed down?
So is Joshua
That would-
W in 11th place on softs.
Wow. He is a brave, brave man. So that would make sense him to drop back there at the start. This might be the race that Josh doesn't win as, oh no! How many times?
Shaggy!
How many times? We should play a drinking game. Look at all those drivers going deep, and oh no, Slick gets sideways.
No.
Slick gets
How
sideways.
did that one
further
happen?
back. Slick is currently in P10 as we see Shaggy go deep. Oh, as he rejoins, Slick runs deep, and he just gets sideways, gets a little contact from McNaughty, but that was due to the unsafe rejoin.
Yep.
And pure chaos on last one. We have a shakeup. Sheldolic is back up into the lead.
How? Oh wait, that was
Wow.
Shaggy who went off, right? Shell, okay. Oh no, he's going around. Yep.
And there goes
Or
Pyro.
through. There's Pyro. I thought he was gonna go
Pyro
all the way
is
around,
in.
just a
Oh,
flat.
man.
This is chaotic.
Absolute chaos. All drivers on the mediums except for Josh
On the
Moment. He's up
inters.
into P8. You see Pyro losing it there, just going too deep. A bit of contact, but not too much. And it looks like Jersey is slowing up there for him. So big sportsmanship on Jersey. But wow, amazing Josh Moment, able to keep in touch. He's only 11 seconds off the leader on the soft,
I was just
so
about to say, I was like, do you know who's not in last place? The guy on softs. It's crazy.
guy on soft, so this is going to save him. I mean, he will have to pit for the mediums, but I mean, he can do a full stint on these softs and then pit for mediums and be done.
Yeah. I
Wow,
think he
Josh.
understood. The track is drying. Look at that. That's a dry line right there.
It is a dry line, and I will say Josh is on controller, and we do know that it is a bit easier to catch the car on controller versus wheel, so that will play to his advantage. Sheldologist leading the way, about to finish lap 1. We do have 20 laps here. Pyro with the half-second penalty. McNaughty up into P5, so we took advantage of that chaos at the end of the long straight, able to move up. Yeah, he left to pass you in 9th, and I do believe Slick has front bumper damage that will affect his arrow and his straight line speed.
Yeah, which is the worst thing to have happen to you here. So I don't know. Maybe he can mitigate it. Maybe he can get tuck into somebody's slipstream or something. But I don't know if he's close by anyone to do that. But oh, he is. He's right behind Rowdy. So maybe if he can tuck in behind Rowdy, though they're side by side through Dunlop right now, he can get away with that extra downforce.
Indeed, you saw further back there, McNaughty has someone all over his bumper. That's PHG Jersey. So we'll see if they choose to work together here on the straight. If they Jersey decides to pull out and go around. But we did see the straight line speed of that Alfa Romeo. I think it would be in his advantage to just stay tucked in there, use that slipstream, and let the Alfa pull him on across.
Yeah, I want to report that Slick no longer has slip because he got in front of Rowdy, but somehow picked up a half-second penalty somewhere.
And we see Pyro going ahead and getting one of his jokers out of the way. Early on, maybe smart to do with a penalty because you're already on a slow lap, and you can see Fernando B. I did see him pick up that penalty right after the Dunlop sign there at in the first sector. So Josh just kind of staying behind Fernando, using the slip, and we did hear Josh save some fuel in the last race. So this could also be a way for Josh to use some fuel, just staying behind Fernando, knowing he doesn't really need to overtake because that penalty is going to come into play.
Very
And
true.
you see, oh, Slick going for that. He runs a bit wide, but keeps it together. We do see his blinker is on, so well done to Slick. Go ahead and getting the Joker out of the way.
Yeah, I'm
Only
sure that's
on
not how
lap
he
2.
wanted it to go. You're right. Look at all these penalties. Look at all these penalties up front. Shaggy and Shell going at it in front. P1 though. P1 and P2.
Well done. Shaggy getting the lead back from Sheldo. He took it at the beginning and then lost it, missing his braking point. Looks like Sheldo runs a bit wide, but is able to keep it together. We'll see if these Lambos try to play together. I do know Shaggy is at a slight disadvantage when it comes to fuel because he does drive in automatic, and that makes it impossible to short shift. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that plays out for Shaggy. But we do know he's just alien quick, so sometimes that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've seen some fast automatic drivers. I do still think it hurts you, especially on tracks like this, in conditions like this, where playing around with the gearing really helps on acceleration and certainly on deceleration. You're coming out of Milan carrying, massive amounts of speed. You really want those downshifts to happen on time so you can get the engine braking you need to make Mulsanne corner. And I think that can be tough for drivers. You don't have the option of like downshifting to first for a quick hey, let me really get this car woed up and turned around. It's pretty much always going to downshift you to second.
Yeah, and it looks like Josh Moment, as the track is drying out, already up to P6, making those racing stops work for him. I mean, I'm looking here, he's only 13 seconds off the leader, and him being on the softs and having a clear, dry line, I mean, it's going to be challenging to overtake because you do have to kind of go into the wet there, but, I mean, it's going to be tough. Left to pass you going ahead and getting off the enters. He's far enough back. That track's going to be nice and dry. Fernando B and Rowdy Burns also coming in to get off the enters. It'll be interesting to see if they go to the softs or the mediums. I mean, looking like Slick also going into the pit. So the back drivers going for the undercut. But back up ahead, Sheldologist still applying the pressure to Shaggy.
Wow, look at those two go. Yeah, two Gallardos going at it together. Where's the nearest Ferrari? I'm not sure.
That would be Jersey in P5, and he is just behind McNaughty and not too far off our Sweat Nasty.
Interesting. All the folks who went in filled their tanks all the way up, except Rowdy. He went to like 83%. So I guess he's just going to spread it across the two pit stops there.
And this is interesting. Look, Sheldo has his turn signal on. I was going to say it's interesting that Shaggy's to the right and Sheldo to the left, both using the wet line, but now it makes sense why Sheldo was to the left. He is taking his Joker lap, going to get that out of the way and rejoin the track. So he will be protected as he stays in the protection zone. It's going to be up to McNaughty to get around safely. McNaughty does carry plenty of speed also on those intermediate tires, and that's going to let Jersey through. But it does look like McNaughty has pulled a good gap on Jersey. They were much closer together. Josh Moment also getting ahead of Sheldologist back there. Is on board with PHG Pyro. Let's see what happens here. Pyro taking his Joker, still on the intermediate tires. You can see how wet the Joker lap is. Definitely going to be, for some of those drivers switching to slicks, wanting to wait a little longer.
That's
And
two
Pyro
for him, yeah.
Yeah, Joker free for Pyro. So now he just has to focus on the race.
And he's going to get to do it on fast tires, too. So I guess good for him. You know what? I didn't take it in.
Sheldo fell way back
Sheldo's
due
fifth.
to the Joker lap, yeah. He got overtaken by lots of drivers there for that Joker lap, allowing Nasty, McNaughty, and Jersey ahead. but thankfully he was able to get back ahead of Josh. Initially, Josh had come ahead of him. Jersey now applying plenty of pressure to McNaughty here. And
It's P3.
this is going to be interesting how this plays out. We know how tricky this braking zone is coming up. And oh my
Whoa!
goodness, Sheldo!
With
What?
the absolute overspeed. What was that? Who turned boost on?
Does he have nitrous that we don't know about?
He's got the nitrous installed.
That was insane. And look at Josh.
He
Look at
literally
Josh
drove
Moment
around
back
them like they
there.
were in reverse.
That Lamborghini's lower gears clearly has the pull. Yeah, it showing the acceleration from that Lambo. Definitely advantageous compared to the other cars. As Shaggy Do now diving into the pits on the intermediates. Nasty coming in as well. Shaggy was 71% fuel, not bad. 72% for Nasty. Josh Moment again starting on the soft, staying out there, and oh no, McNaughty picking up a half-second penalty. This is going to be Josh Moment in the lead. So, I mean, something we're used to seeing, of course.
That's unfortunate for sure. That's yeah.
Yeah, those
Oh,
enters-
1.5. Wow.
Yeah, a 1.5 second pen for McNaughty, and I mean, I imagine he comes in this lap because with the track as dry as it is, those inners are just going to get tore up.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's no question. It's super dry. I'm surprised he stayed out another lap, honestly, but maybe that's more to do with fuel or something like that.
Indeed, it'll be interesting. I mean, this is a hard race to practice. 20 laps here.
Yeah.
With these conditions. I mean, that's a lot of time to dedicate. And we see some drivers coming out of the pits here. I'm going to look through real quick. Sheldo came out on the soft. Shaggy on the mediums. Nasty on the mediums. Jersey on the mediums. Pyro on the mediums. Left to pass you on the mediums. Rowdy Byrne mediums. Fernando B racing softs. And Slick mediums. So a variety of tires as McNaughty now. Currently in P2 with the 1.5 second penalty, taking the Joker lap. Still on the inters, and you can see how wet it is out there, so he had no issues with that Joker lap.
No, that might have been his first one too. I'm just given how he's gone up the order. Yeah. Shame about the penalty.
Indeed. But, I mean, Shaggy and them are a good ways off of McNaughty and Josh. They got a ways to go, but of course, pit stop for McNaughty for sure. At some point, Josh will have to pit for the mediums. So again, the mediums are required as Jersey's going for his. But he's also on an out lap. We are not supposed to do Jokers on the out lap either, so
Was it
that
on
is a bit of
purpose?
an issue.
It was.
Yeah, he had it on, so that'll
But that
be a
feels like
decision
he
for the
wasn't even-
stewards later. I mean, he
That
lost
feels
a
like
lot of
such a-
time.
He did, and it felt like a last-minute decision because there's nothing there that looked like he did really good braking. Ooh, Shelly.
Ooh, and Sheldal just, I mean, how many times have we seen it tonight? 8, 9, 10? I mean,
Same
I don't
corner.
know if I can count that high with my shoes on.
At this point, I feel like we might have been a little unfair to Indy because we were calling Indy
Yeah.
out as being really evil, but I think Molzon has taken out more people.
Indeed. Yeah. Maybe they were jealous. And they're like, hey, we got the same mom. I can do this too. McNaughty, still with the turn signal on, he will need to turn that off.
That means the joke is always on you. No?
Indeed.
Nobody?
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll just keep my jokes to myself.
Coming in here, we got a replay. And looks like, oh my goodness. I mean, that.
Indy! Right as I tried to be like, maybe Indy's not so bad, bro. Like, why would you? Come on, Indy. Like, read the room. We were
Read the
almost
room.
on your side. We were almost on your side. You know what I didn't get an analysis of in the last race? Who did better based on when they took their jokers? In the wet or in the dry? I forgot.
It was hard to tell. It was really
It
hard to
was.
tell.
There was a lot going on. McNaughty, please pit. Them tires are screaming. They want to be let go. They want to be recycled. There you go. Yeah, turn those into Midas or whoever. NTB.
Still with 65% fuel left, so that'll give Shaggy back P2. Josh Moment still in the lead. Here comes Sheldo. And not too far behind is Nasty. Josh Moment currently with the fastest lap of a 3:45.145.
He is flying.
I mean, he's 26, almost 27 seconds ahead of the rest of the group.
Insane. Insane. I think McNaughty's the last person who needs to pit. No, it's Josh. Yeah, it's Josh Moment still needs to pit.
But
Wow.
I mean, based on tire wear and what we've seen, I think everybody's going to have to pit a second time. I don't see how they make mediums last that long.
Jersey's in the pit for damage. He's got plenty of fuel and those tires are fresh, so I imagine he might top off in addition to fixing the damage, but he's got to take an extra pit stop. I think he's the first one for damage. That's a shame.
Yeah, Josh is all alone up there. He's just got to stay focused.
Damage fixed only, no fuel.
No fuel, so he just got popped in, fixed the damage, and is on his way. Driver's going all the way through here, carrying as much speed as possible. Really, the grid's kind of spread out a bit.
Well, we got P5.
P9, there we go. P5 and P6. Purple sector there from Pyro. Rowdy Burns, 9 seconds behind. Looks like he's got his blinker on and will be taking that Joker. Joker has dried out quite a bit. Looks like no issues there. He's going to rejoin P9.
Moisture meter low. Low moisture. Less moist, if you will.
Less moist.
I love that you go in on the enunciation of the S and the T together, which really, it makes the word. You know what I mean? It makes the word.
If you're going to do it right.
And you are a gentleman and a scholar because you are doing it right. We appreciate men like you. You're very, very welcome.
And look at that exit from the Lambo. Just easily.
Bye! That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Bye!
He went right to pass left and got right on by. Pyro up to P5.
I think the speed differential they've caught, it's lessened, but he was pulling away from him for a good bit. That thing was still pulling.
Yeah.
Look at the gap. It's way more than it was when he was behind, for sure.
2-second penalty for Josh. That seemed kind of harsh there. But
Yeah, I wonder.
I mean, he's 23, almost 24 seconds ahead, so I think he's going to be all right.
He's got a pit, which he's not doing again. Okay. Well, he started on the softs, so I guess his tires have been lasting. They're almost gone, but yeah, wow, that has really worked out well for him.
Indeed,
Pit delta's
like
quite a bit longer, but he'll come out really far ahead.
Yeah, he really will. Now, the difference will be if these drivers on the mediums decide to pit for the soft tires at the end, then there'll be the offset and tire compound, Josh being on the mediums.
That's right. But let me think, how many pit stops are we going to need from them? They're pitting basically lap 4, every 4 laps, I think, for most people. So we'll have opportunities to see perhaps a medium soft.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, yeah.
For sure, because yeah, if they're using a quarter tank a lap, essentially, good save there from Pyro.
Flood, who's the Joker in the pack? TKs and I equally are taking on Joker duties. Okay, we both have on our dunce hats. We will be the class clowns for tonight.
And we have a whole lot of duties.
Yeah, we do.
Nailed it. Not
You
to
did,
mention
you did.
Nasty in the booty sweatmobile. So I mean, we got it all here. We got it all.
It's a great evening for you.
Ooh man, Josh Moment still with that 2-second penalty, and his tires are looking worse for wear, as they say. Perhaps this is when we see him come in.
Maybe. I want to say Pyro quietly. I mean, outside of absolutely demolishing Jersey there. Pyro keeps setting purples. Hasn't had a fastest lap yet, but he's setting purple sectors.
And those sector times are such a big track. It's hard to put a whole lap together.
It really is. It really is. Yeah. It's so hard to really gauge who's quick and who's not because this track does have so many features. It is a ridiculous high-speed track, but it also has these incredibly technical corners. None of them are the same. They're not just like jokes like ha ha tee hee. They put a little corner here just to say they have a corner. Like they're serious corners that you got to know how to take to be quick. It's almost impossible.
And I mean, one thing, as we just saw Fernando take that Joker lap, I've been really impressed with the drivers getting the car, aside from what we saw from Jersey earlier on. I mean, everybody's getting the car slowed down for those chicanes. It's so different when you're on this straight. You got to realize you got to slow it way down. There's nothing there to tell you to slow down. And something, Rowdy Burns now taking his Joker. I mean, you saw how early he got the car slowed down there. So Rowdy Burns getting his Joker taken care of. Jersey also getting his Joker taken care of.
Yeah. That is, I believe that's Rowdy's second one. I think he's done. He took one on lap 5, I believe. So just back to back for him.
Fernando looks like he went deep there. Not the first time we've seen it. Something interesting.
So many people going deep. What?
Josh must be clearly fuel saving because I mean we're on lap 6 and he hasn't pitted yet, so he's doing a really good job keeping his fuel going as we see. Fernando, I mean, good save from Fernando. He did get it slowed down. He did get in the kitty litter. It did let Slick get by him there, but impressed with Josh on the fuel. And Josh stays out again.
Yeah, he's got the gas.
How does he have half a tank of fuel?
He said he'd saved 3 tanks in the last race, which was only 9 laps.
The fuel consumption was more in the last race.
That's also true.
Yeah, it's 1x in the... Okay, so forget what we've been saying about a quarter tank a lap.
Forget it. Rowdy just had a moment. He's in the kitty litter in 11th place. I'm having trouble telling where he's at on the track. I think... Where is this?
It is...
Hold on, just after... Oh, it was Indy. Ha!
Surprise.
Why didn't I just guess that? Why didn't I just immediately accuse Indy?
Oh, and damage. Rear bumper and right rear tire.
Ouch. Man.
Now, Josh's front left, and when you think about the end of this lap, I mean, there's so much pressure on that front left.
And the Porsche curves. You said that he drives on a controller and mentioned it's easier to catch, but I was going to say, but the problem, his disadvantage will be tire wear.
Yep.
So he's going to go 7 laps on these softs and basically kill them. I'd like to see how many laps everyone else is doing on the softs. Nobody's close to doing 7 yet, but we'll see.
I mean, Sheldo on the softs as well. Shaggy taking his Joker. As far as all these Joker races I've been a part of, I think this has been the best as far as people successfully taking the Joker lap without an issue.
So far, yeah. Part of that maybe because where you take it is such a wide piece of track. You know, you're entering, but essentially it's 4 lanes of traffic there.
Indeed.
McNaughty doing pretty good since Yeah, lap 7 already. I was gonna say McNaughty seems to be doing pretty well after those early lap. You know, just shaking it off, I guess.
Yeah, with a race this long, you really do have to shake it off. Because in the 9-lap race we had before this, I mean, so many position changes, so many driver errors, and they were able to come back at it. Slick taking his Joker lap. I think everybody's hoping Josh has a moment, if you will, there and allow everybody to catch back up.
That is Slick done with Joker laps as well, by the way. And Fernando has picked up another penalty. He had a half-second last lap, and he's got a 1-second penalty now.
Indeed, and in P8, he just now P10, he just had a spin out. So Fernando really struggling out there. Just comes in here. Does he go for the Joker? Yeah, he's trying to do his Joker lap. And, oh, he just loses it under braking. Interesting.
Ouch.
Don't expect that. His tires are very worn, so that definitely could have had a factor.
Does that count as taking it? I guess it does count as taking it.
It does, it does. And Josh, with no front left, into the pits. Now Shaggy Doo should take the lead here.
Go Shaggy. So Josh we've seen a lot of penalties. Not a lot of folks driving around with damage, which is nice. We do expect more rain later. I kind of forgot about that. There's 2 blocks of rain, right? And that's guaranteed?
I believe the rain was just at the beginning, if I remember correctly.
So just longer.
Yeah,
okay,
the
first
first
and
2
second
blocks
block.
had rain. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, well then, yeah, folks are in pretty good shape as far as, you know, getting in a rhythm here.
Looks like Josh is going to come out P4.
Not bad.
And have no penalties left, unless Pyro is able to get by. It looks like Pyro is going to get by. VIP left to pass you just behind. No, Josh is coming out of the pits as we speak. Josh maintaining P4. Can Pyro get by? Josh leaves space. Pyro, though, losing it, trying to go around the outside. Oh, man, that is unfortunate. Josh hugging the inside, trying to stay out of the way. Looks like that just caught Pyro slightly off guard. Let's see this again. You can see Josh coming out of the pits. Obviously, there's nowhere for him to go. Looks like he even slows down.
He braked. He braked and he braked late.
Yeah, Pyro just lost it there. Unfortunate to see. So that does allow Josh to maintain a P4 position and allows McNaughty there to catch up to Pyro.
Wow, that was unfortunate right there, and not really all that necessary. It's not like Josh did anything wrong, just Pyro got it wrong, I guess. Maybe tried to stay to the outside for too long. It doesn't really work in that kink.
No, it does not. This track doesn't look like it has a bunch of camber or elevation, but it definitely does, especially in some of those high-speed corners. It'll really catch you
It
up.
does. Yeah, I mean, like we said, like it's old school. These are streets. They're not the smoothest paving. They undulate. And if they get repaved and they're slightly not right, they're probably not doing it again. You know, they're not gonna go back over it like you would see at a real racetrack.
We see McNaughty's got his turn signal on. He's taking care of his final Joker. He does cut it, but he slows down, gets back on the track, so I think that will count there as well. So McNaughty, P7, taking care of, I believe, both of his Jokers now.
Yeah, that's the second one for him. I think, and maybe we just haven't seen it. I haven't seen, oh, there's Nasty. I was going to say I haven't seen Nasty take a Joker. Though it might have happened off camera or something like that. That was Indy? Girl, Indy. It's back on top as the bad brother.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is tough. Oh, and that's damage.
That went wrong for so long.
For so long?
You ever like crash and you're like, it's still happening to me. Why am I still crashing?
I put the brakes on left to pass you, doing the same thing there.
Indy
And he's got the
again.
front right damage. He was chasing down Josh Moment here. And just unfortunately gets it wrong. So many drivers just getting it wrong here under braking. And that, I mean, I think that has to do with what we were talking about at the beginning, the suspension on these cars. When you have all that grip, you really have to be careful getting on the brakes. Shaggy setting the fastest lap, 3:41.5. That is incredible from Shaggy Deucer.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, it's tough, and that is a very quick. That sequence is evil for a lot of reasons. You are carrying a lot of speed down the, I think they call it the Indy Straight after Mulsanne. So you are going very fast there, and then you have a pretty sharp kink that also heads downhill, so there's an elevation change. The game doesn't do a great job showing it, but let's see this penalty here with Josh here coming into the Ford chicanes, maybe.
And you're just
Just out
barely.
wide, and Porsche. Oh, it holds it out there. Yeah,
That's where they're
2
getting
seconds
that
is a lot.
2-second penalty. That's brutal. They're really punishing you, but I guess you do have that advantage. Like, if you didn't, that is a faster way to take that turn. So, I guess that is rightly so to get.
It's true. There is a ton of room there. Left to pass you, not going to pit for that damage. I guess he doesn't have to. He's going to pit again for fuel or something maybe, but he's only got he's at half a tank right now. He's not going to need to fuel up anytime soon.
Because we're on, this is what, lap 9 now of 20, so almost to that halfway point. And that's something that killed me in the last Joker race at Interlagos in Brazil, was I ended up picking up damage well before as Sheldologist gets passed there by Nasty early on, and I decided to stay out until I stayed out for too long, and then had to bite the bullet and pit anyways. So had I just pit right away, you know, it would have been better for me, but it is tough. I do appreciate heavy damage. The NRL, another league that uses heavy damage. And, I think that needs to get used more in the dailies and the World Series and stuff, because it'll help clean up the driving. Yes, it is frustrating when it's not your fault, but also, you know, that's racing.
You know, I will continue to say this. Some of you who played GT Sport may remember that there was like a month or something like that where they experimented with this crazy penalty system. I mean, like, you were like whispering to someone's mirror and they were like, that's 5 seconds. 10-second penalties were absolutely the
like
norm in
contact
daily
and
races.
stuff?
Yeah, for contact,
Yeah.
anything. And like, it only took a week or two before them races got super clean. Now, it did suck because that penalty, whether it was your fault or not, you were getting the penalty.
Yep.
But it really scared everyone away from rubbing and touching. Certainly nobody was punting. It was excellent, and maybe it was terrible in the lower lobbies, but in like A+ and AS, it created some really good racing, and I was sad when they took it away. But it could, I could have it could be an unpopular opinion.
No, I agree 100%, but most of my opinions are unpopular, so. There's
So you know
that.
you're
Rowdy
doing it
Burns
right.
went into the pits and came out on the medium, so Rowdy Burns currently in P11. Full tank of gas, he should be good till the end of the race. Shaggy Dew currently leading, big gap there on the racing mediums, just under half a tank, so I imagine he'll at least have to come in for fuel.
Yep. Sheldologist, who's on worn softs, just passed Nasty on his fairly new mediums in the Porsche curves, the same way we saw Shaggy do the mother Ferraris a few laps ago. Like, I thought for a second that Nasty was in a Ferrari. I had to double check.
And they both had damage. Sheldo just diving into the pits, he had damage on one of his front wheels.
Did
So
we see
he's
how
in
that
there.
happened?
Yeah, only 17% fuel left, so he's going to fill up for the end of the race. We're almost at that halfway point. Pyro, also another driver with damage, has Josh Moment behind him. Josh was in P4 at one point, so something must have happened there for Josh to fall back behind Pyro. Could have just been that monster acceleration out of the Lambo.
Yeah, Pyro completely spun himself trying to get around Josh 2 laps ago, right here. So yeah, to see him back in front of Josh is incredible, and I think he even picked up a penalty for that, maybe. Yes.
And Josh will not need to pit again. He's got plenty of fuel, and those mediums should take him to the end. So Josh, the only one to start on racing tires at the start of this race, is looking like a bit of a genius. I don't want to speak too early, but it's looking good for him.
Genius. You hear that, Josh?
Genius.
Wow. That's strong.
When it comes to Gran Turismo, I'm not talking about like life. No offense, Josh. As we see Shaggy getting his Joker out of the way here. Shaggy waiting till much later in the race to do his Joker race.
That's his second one. He did his first one back on lap 7, so I guess just a few laps ago.
I mean, look at those gaps. 27, almost 28 seconds between Nasty and Shaggy, and then 30 seconds between Nasty and Pyro. So even with that damage, Nasty's looking pretty good. But again, Pyro also with damage. And no, I was going to say, does Josh have damage? No, he does not. So Josh is good.
How did Pyro get damage? Oh, I guess from the spin. Duh.
And that spin, yeah.
Yeah. Nasty's in second place, though, is not what I expected, but I think, I mean, fuel-wise, it's not looking bad, but certainly he doesn't have enough to go to the end.
Right. It's gonna be a real challenge. I mean,
Jersey's got a 1.5 second pen in P6, by the way.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right. Sheldology's is gonna take it from him. It's gonna be easy money once he serves it, at least. Well, actually, it's gonna be easy money anyway, because in the Lambo versus the Ferrari, we've seen how the Lambo has done the Ferrari in the past. It's pretty terrible, and hopefully we don't show it on camera again, because it's very graphic.
Well, you can see here the Pyro, even with the damage, pulling away from Josh. I mean, Josh was all over his bumper going into that hairpin, and you can just see how quickly Pyro has pulled away. Now it's time for the long legs of the Alfa Romeo to try to reel him back in, and McNaughty's hoping for a battle ahead so he can join the fight.
He doesn't need one. They're coming up to the great equalizer, the bad brother. What? No claims?
No claims there.
Wow.
And unfortunately, we had a disconnect from our very own PhD Rowdy Burns.
Oh, man.
We wish you the best, sir. Oh, yeah, VIP. We have a PhD Rowdy. That was VIP Rowdy Burns. There we go.
Oh, that's confusing. I thought they were the same person until this moment.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shell around Jersey, of course, as expected, before Jersey even has to serve that penalty. That Lambo is crazy. How did no one take it last race? We really thought it was trash. I was like, oh, Lambo gotta be trash. Nobody took that. What?
Yeah, Lambo. It looks like a handful, though. I mean, Pyro has drifted most of the corners.
Fair. Yes.
So it doesn't seem to be the most planted, but it does look like a lot of fun.
And for not being the most planted, I don't think we've seen as many Lambo incidents as we've seen Alpha or others, have we?
Right. No, not really. It's mostly been, the braking. Pyro almost out of fuel, 8%. There on the mediums. The softs probably won't make it to the end, so
Well, we're only halfway through the race.
On the mediums, yeah.
We're only halfway. It feels like it's much later in the race, but it's such a long lap around here that I didn't realize we literally just passed the halfway mark, basically.
Some of these drivers are living on a prayer. They're halfway there. Oh, indeed. And it looks like Josh and McNaughty now duking it out. McNaughty has caught up to Josh. McNaughty on well-worn mediums compared to Josh's mediums, but does have less fuel, so a little bit lighter of a car.
Yeah, I like this. Can somebody both wagging the tail at each other? Friends, of course. Can we do a Julia League? Like
Yeah,
5 strong races.
I'm liking it, but on sports softs, of course.
Of course, naturally.
Of course.
Mediums, even. Don't
Yeah.
listen. I'll get my life. I'll be very happy.
And look at McNaughty. I mean, just on his bumper. It looks like he's gonna just be happy to stay there. Over 200 miles an hour,
Wow.
205 miles an hour. That is blistering fast.
Do I need to buy one of these? Like a sketchy one on
I
Facebook
think
Marketplace or
so.
something? Like, I don't need it to last. I just want to hit 205.
I think you do.
Wow.
Sheldologist, I mean, just moving along by himself, showing that Lamborghini's power, getting close to that 200 mile an hour mark. Jersey 195, it seems like that's about as fast as that Ferrari can go.
Yep, that was it. And as I recall, seeing Jersey previously, I believe that is gear limited. I don't think that's an aero thing. I think
Yeah.
he's almost at the limiter at that speed. So if tuning was allowed and you could lengthen those gears a little bit, so you could probably do more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could stretch that quite a bit.
Yep. So Pyro came out on the softs, and he's about to come up on Molzon corner. So like the first real test of how that Lambo's going to handle those soft tires, because he said he was drifting all over the place on the mediums. Now we're going to have that grip and body roll. Is that left to pass you taking his Joker?
That is VIP left to pass you, getting that Joker out of the way. NP9.
Might be his first one. I don't have another one recorded.
I cannot recall. Pyro, I mean, yeah, same here. Gear limited, not able to push past that 194 mark on his own, and he gets it slowed down. Very nice. Looks like he had plenty of grip there. Handled the braking just fine.
Yep.
Pyro looking good on those softs. Oh, Slick with a 1.5 second penalty.
Oh, Slick, that's rough.
Coming through here, looking okay. Jersey well on his own.
Yeah.
What was that?
Sorry, I was saying you served the penalty in such a bad place here. Yep, Pyro's around in Indy. Yeah, you served the penalty in such a bad place here. Pyro's all the way around in Indy, by the way. That was a full spin.
P8. Ooh.
In P8, yeah.
So, another victim.
Another victim. I was like, how is this thing gonna act with all that weight transfer in that sequence of corners with these fresh softs? Decent on the braking, but as soon as he really got on those brakes, that back end came around. Yep. It dives. The car dives on the front, and then the back end is like, I'm heavy. I'm coming to the front now.
Well, you could even see it. There's a little bit of a bump there. You saw the car almost lift up a little bit in the rear.
Yes.
And then, that lack of grip right there just spins it around. Shaggy Doo with almost a 30-second lead. Looks like he will have to pit, though, for fuel and tires.
30 seconds is a good place to be, though, and I'm pretty sure Nasty owes a pit stop. Yep. And has a half-second pen. Yeah.
And damage. So, I mean, Shaggy's really over a minute from Josh Mullen.
Wow.
As McNaughty continues to just stay tucked in, happy to let Josh tow him along.
Yeah,
they realize it's better to do that than to fight, because I mean, potentially with the pit stops ahead, I mean, these guys are fighting for podium, if not the win of this race.
And there's still so much more race to go. There's, fighting now is great, but it doesn't guarantee you anything unless you're behind someone who just really doesn't have the pace.
Really does not. And Papa in the chat, I sang to Salamander yesterday on his actual birthday, so we just wished him a happy birthday today. I'm saving him the embarrassment.
I sang a little bit. I gave him the Stevie Wonder. I was like, happy birthday to you, but very quietly. Very quietly.
Very quietly.
Pyro, what can we do? Man, that those corners are catching people out so badly. We're not really seeing issues anywhere else. Penalties, I think people are picking up pretty common penalties in places, but as far as crashing, it's the twins. We're gonna call them twins. It's the twins. Yeah, one of them goes right and the other one goes left, and they both hate you. Actually, no, the other one goes right then left. It's really just awful.
Some would call them rude.
I think they are very rude. Like, honestly, who raised y'all?
Exactly. And further back, P3 and P4, McNaughty just got by on the straight of Josh Moment, so finally taking his moment to get by him here. Let's see if we can see it. You can see he's tucked into the slip as they come into the treacherous part of the twins, but he even gets it done well before. So maybe Josh doing a little bit of fuel saving, deciding he's tired of punching a hole in the air. We'll see how they do, them being a minute off Shaggy. Shaggy in the pits, needing to refuel quite a bit to finish this race.
Tell you what, that Alpha is way more docile through that sequence of corners for the very same reason that it loses to the mid-entry cars on acceleration.
Indeed.
So honestly, I think just like being able to stay consistent is helpful, but that Lambo is so dominant as far as speed goes that if you can just keep it on track most of the time, you'll be all right. Like versus these Alphas, but the Alpha is a very safe choice, very drivable.
Yeah, I think
Shaggy
the
out.
Alphas are the safe choice, and yes, Shaggy do. P2 with a, what kind of gap is that there?
Shaggy doo-doo.
It's going to start coming down. It's currently showing 26, 21, 17. So coming down to Josh, but definitely up ahead there. Shaggy maintaining that P2.
He took another set of softs and basically filled up, or another set of mediums and filled up. I think that's last for him. I think that's the last pit for him.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to risk having heavily worn tires there at the end, as we see Nasty running low on fuel. Jersey coming in low on fuel as well. We'll see what Jersey decides to do. But McNaughty, I don't know what happened to McNaughty in P3, but he picked up a 3-second penalty there in that first sector. I can't imagine what he could have done.
I can't
He's
already
just
got it.
Yep. That's a big penalty.
I don't really know what you can do there to get that unless you just completely cut Dunlop, maybe?
Yeah, that's brutal. And Sheldo only 1.3, 1.2 seconds now behind. In the Lambo, you see the power of the Lamborghini. He's going to be well in the slip by the end of the straight. Got a good shakeup here. Nasty again was in the lead. Does have a good bit of damage. Will need to pit for fuel. Should give Shaggy the lead back. Josh Moment in the slipstream of McNaughty.
Gosh, I was gonna say something before we saw McNaughty's damage. What was it? It was so important. Thick.
We were talking about.
Does it count as cussing if you make it safe with an E? Sorry, we were talking about what?
We were talking about the car choices. But,
no, it was Shaggy last pitted on lap 3, then 13. So the medium will give you 10 laps. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say.
And we can see here McNaughty falling victim to twin number 1. He's going too deep here. We've seen it time and time again. Unable to get the car slowed down with those worn tires.
And yet still so peaceful in comparison to what we've seen happen to the Lambos and the Ferraris there.
Indeed. I mean, it's a 4-door saloon, and Sheldo up the inside of Josh Moment. Josh Moment, not napping there, and Sheldo showing Indy who's boss.
Great.
Very nice move from Sheldologist. We haven't seen that tonight
at all. Nobody has attempted to pass in Indy.
Take us through this, Tati.
So here he is, closing in on Josh. He does slow down earlier for the kink for him just to set himself up really well for the corner. I don't know if he meant to go inside. I think he just saw the opportunity. Josh kind of missed the apex there, went out a bit wide. And Shell was like, I'm going to go ahead and dive in and do it. I've got this car settled. We're going straight. And it worked out. Well done.
That was very impressive. Nasty, only 1% of fuel left. He's in the pits. This should give Shaggy the lead back.
I cannot stop singing. I've been a nasty girl in my head whenever I see nasty.
Well, you're more than welcome to sing it.
I just want to know if somebody's gonna match my freak.
Oh yeah,
Man. Oh,
we
yeah.
and Shaggy Do being the new leader. And I mean, he could take this home. Yeah, he could take this home. Sheldologist now getting ahead of Nasty. McNaughty in the pits. Josh Moment now up into P3. And we're starting to see that tire wear there on Josh Moment. He's going to be well worn by the end of this race. He is going for the one stop. It's going to be tight for Mr. Moment. You know, we got 7 laps left. He's got about half a tank of fuel, and I don't know that the tires make it that long.
Well,
He did run the tires all the way down.
He did, and like on lap 6, he was still out and did not pit on the softs.
True, true.
So I think he's going to be just fine on the mediums.
Be interested to see what McNaughty comes out on as he's refueling right now. Josh with a half-second penalty. McNaughty comes out on the softs. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. We'll see if he can make up some ground.
What's going to be the deal with Jersey and that Joker? Is he going to have to try it again, or?
That's a great question. That's a post-race issue.
You're right.
Looks like McNaughty, I mean... So, according to the regulations, you have to complete half the Joker for it to count, and he did not do that, so I would imagine he needs to do it again. Otherwise, that is up for penalization.
Penalization? Huh? Penalization, guys. Ooh, slick pits and comes out on the soft for those last 6 laps. So he gonna come out trying to battle for sure.
And Pyro
Fernando,
and
a 1 second penalty. What'd you say?
Oh, Pyro and McNaughty are both on softs, but McNaughty's are a bit fresher.
What did Nasty
So
come
we got
out? Mediums.
On the mediums, yes. And penalties have been brutal this race as we see Josh with that half-second pen.
Yeah, like outside of Shaggy and Sheldologist, like if you weren't crashing, you were getting a penalty. Oh, and Josh has done pretty well. I don't know that I've seen him with a penalty. I don't think we've seen him crash either. Oh no, he did have a 2-second penalty at some point, maybe another, but yeah.
Overall, he's had a really solid race, but there was a little incident there in the middle that caused him to drop back.
Overall, yes. Have we seen him take any jokers?
Yes, he is taking care of his jokers, if I can remember correctly.
Ah, okay.
But Nasty now, Josh serving his penalty. We'll see if the Lambo with that acceleration. I mean, look at that closing speed. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's over.
Can he get there before these turns? Josh going to go defensive a little bit here. But too little, too late.
Bye.
And Nasty goes flying by.
Nope.
Oh!
Well, and too much fly. A lot of fly.
Too much.
Pretty fly for a white guy. I don't know if Nasty's a white guy. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. I was like, he's definitely going to make this pass, but I think he's got a little too excited and carried the speed for too long.
Oof. And then tries to turn to, yeah. You can't turn the wheel. Can't turn the wheel under braking. Shaggy Do with a almost 50-second lead on Josh Moore. 52 seconds on Nasty. 22 seconds on Sheldologist. Shaggy just really running away with this. If he can keep it together, Sheldo looking like he'll make it to the end as well. Half a tank of fuel, plenty of grip. We're on lap 15 of 20.
Shaggy Do with that fastest lap of the 340 is like at least 2 seconds faster than pretty much everybody else's fastest lap that I can see.
Very impressive from these drivers. I was not expecting this, especially after the exhibition that we saw. This is kind of a completely different race.
Very different. Even with some of the same drivers, it's interesting. But I think that the new car definitely has added a different element to the race. Oh, Nasty goes purple there.
Early days in the lap.
Early days in the lap.
Oh, brutal. Penalties everywhere.
Right, they just come right out of the corner or out of the penalty zone. It doesn't matter.
Look at that. He already's getting past Josh, but he's abandoned Joker. Oh man, he's gonna need to do that again. Unfortunately.
How did that happen? I kind of missed the moment.
He was just way too late on the brakes. I think he was too caught up in getting past Josh. I mean, he should have been braking around here, and he didn't brake till here.
Yep. You know, I think that's the same kind of blindness that caused that crash a lap ago coming into the Porsche curves. I think just very focused on getting to or ahead of the car ahead, and not focusing on his points, on his marks.
Indeed. Sheldon, I mean, he's looking great out here in the Lamborghini. Pretty quiet race so far. It was a little chaotic at the beginning. He lost that pole position off the line, but good on him to catch back up.
Good on him. That was kind of a big slide there. I think the game made it look a little mild, but you could hear it. There's a lot of tire there. A lot of tire chatter. Oh, Mignotti just went completely straight in Arnaud to P5. P6. Sorry. 2 seconds.
Get a 2-second penalty on top.
I don't know if he got it from that or if he already had it. Oh, he already had it.
I mean, you just see it. It's like, you know you need to brake, but you don't put a brake too early, and then that happens.
Yep. From the angle, it looked like he was going fast enough to hit the wall, but it looks like the kitty litter saved him from that. But not the time penalty that he will have lost. On top of the 2 seconds, he's already got a certain moment here.
Man, this is such a long race. I struggle with these long races. My attention span isn't great. I get easily distracted, and I start thinking about other things, and then I completely miss my braking point.
Same.
And I think Sheldon
driver. There's only 9 on track right now.
We must have. I can't think of who it was.
I believe so too. Josh Moment has a 1.5 second penalty.
Rowdy with Josh Moment?
Yeah, Josh with a 1 second penalty right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Pyro with a half second. Penalties are starting to take their toll here as Pyro decides to go into the pits.
Coming towards the end of the race, you definitely don't want to be getting them now. That thing
interesting.
Is a handful.
They only give a half-second penalty for that, but we've seen. Oh, I guess it's the next turn that they fork out that 2 second.
That's right. Pyro in. Oh yeah, he needs tires, I guess.
Yeah, he was on the softs, so I imagine he's going to come out with one more stint on the softs as well.
It's the only thing that makes sense. And he's already done his mediums for sure. So yeah. Coming towards the end here. As far as attention span goes, same. It is easier when there's racing happening, so there's something to talk about. But man, it becomes a slog, especially if like you're in the booth by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And there's no action on track. It gets so hard.
See a turn signal. I think Nasty's gonna attempt it again. Will he get it slowed down this time? Looks like he put on the brakes at the appropriate time. There we go. Nasty still in P4. Not a bad place to be considering everything that's happened.
Not bad, and he can make it to the end. So anybody who's gonna pass him has to pass him on merit. Yeah, those tires are rough. He made this off last somehow, but I guess part of it was the track was cooler, maybe from the wet, the damp.
I think science agrees.
Wow, me and science getting along.
It has to happen some point.
I'm gonna tell my 10th grade chemistry teacher. I'm gonna let her know I may not be able to balance this chemical equation, but science agrees.
Science agrees.
Seems to be no other action on the track right now. Oh, Shaggy, our leader, with just a half-second penalty. He'll be all right. He's leading the race by almost 30. But you know, penalties. We'll report it. Here it is. He's going through Porsche curves. Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Before that. About to be lap 18 of 20. We're slowly getting to the end. Oh, no, it's lap 17 of 20. Shaggy's already up that far.
I'd love to try to, like, you just got to get a sense of how much rotation these drivers are using on that Lambo. Like you mentioned, pyro sliding around. Shaggy also. I mean, they're just like, it's gonna oversteer anyway. So like, use it, and it's just kind of how they've been getting around this track. I'm shocked that their rears are okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. This would have never flown in a set of Corsa Competizione. They would have been like, oh, you farted in the car, your tires have overheated. Should have gone down 1 PSI.
Nasty closing in, and it is looking like Josh may have to. I imagine he's just going to stay out and suffer. His pitting's going to lose him the podium for sure. He can hope Nasty makes a mistake.
That's all you can really hope for.
Podium. Yeah. No, I look at that. Look at that front left. I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
McNaughty's.
Oh, Nasty drifting it through. Well caught, just like you were saying, Tati. They just kind of gotta chuck it and let the back end do its thing.
Yeah. I don't know if they want to chuck it that much. That was quite interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we were about to watch another indie moment. That's what it needs to be. When Tismbox does this, I would like him to announce every crash as another indie moment.
Every single one.
We need it. The people need it. They're asking for it. Don't you hear them? Oh.
Josh, 1.5 second, and with that tire wear, I don't see him holding on to this podium.
Yeah, no, not
Josh
with
is
1.5.
undefeated in the Joker series. This might be his downfall. But we've seen Nasty miss his braking point coming in here on this long straight. So, Nasty, if you're listening, brake early.
Brake early, but I think pass is done long before any corner, so I don't even think it's going to be a problem for him anymore. Not in this moment. But yes, Mulzan calleth. Oh, he's taking a shoulder. Josh! Josh! Man, he might win it. You never know. He might win it.
Wow.
That moment right there. I knew Nasty hadn't taken any jokers, or at least I haven't logged any, so that's the first one I'm logging. He
had
might
the one
have
that
taken
he
one
shot
that I didn't
past,
see.
and then he took it again. So that was his second.
Oh wait, that was you're right. You're so right.
He is good. Right. Yeah, Josh with those, especially those left tires. I don't know about that. Nasty looks good and has McNaughty there because of that Joker lap, allowing McNaughty to catch back up.
Yeah, I'm saying McNaughty like quietly still P5. Like he's been solidly mid-pack, but like the sharp end of mid-pack. Left to pass you has a 1.5.
Yeah, when McNaughty was racing in Catalunya. Oh, and there goes Nasty.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness, Indy strikes again. Oh my goodness. Well, that gives McNaughty clear air.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Man, Nasty has not been having a good time in that corner. Oh.
Yeah, we'll see if Josh has to pit. I mean, that's going to open it up for McNaughty. Oh, that is unfortunate. McNaughty's just able to slide on by there. And there's Jersey in the background, not far.
You cannot be on the brakes in that corner in a mid-engine car. You just can't. You have to keep the weight on the back of the car, which means either braking super early, like we saw Shell do when he made that pass there. You brake very early so that you can hug the inside of the kink and have the best angle for Indy. Or you just got to be super brave. Just, oh, Josh in. Josh is in the pits. Or you have to be super brave. McNaughty will have to go 3 laps on these softs, so that is the thing. But I think he can do it. He's got a lot of clear air ahead and behind him, depending on where Josh comes out here. If Josh comes out very close to him, then he's going to have to fight it out, but I don't think he will, so I think he can just take it easy and save those softs and be kind to them. Sorry, the other way to take Indy is probably not happening in street cars, but you have to be brave and just coast through the kink. Maybe you can lift, you don't have to stay on the gas, and then save all your braking for after the kink, but there's not much room there before you got to turn in for Indy.
No, it really isn't. It's such a challenge. Yeah. These drivers have been struggling as Nasty. Might get a pin for that little bit of a cut. Going over the bowl lines. Drifting his way through. And keeping it safe and on the track. Lap 18 of 20.
Nasty's on a wheel, do you know?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. There's the second penalty for Pyro. Did he run a bit wide or did he cut a corner? Let's find out. He's good there. He's good there. And I bet this right-hander here, he just goes a bit too far left as he was setting a purple sector, and sure enough, trying to carry as much speed as possible. It's running wide, picking up that pen.
Ooh, Jersey and Nasty going at it, P4 and P5.
All over the bumper. Lamborghini versus Ferrari, and there we go. Jersey pulls out, going alongside, and we know how dangerous it's about to get.
I'd be careful.
Nasty broke early, got a little swirly. He lost it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he was even trying to be cautious.
He was. I thought he was going to collect Jersey.
Oh my goodness, that was so close. Let's look at his steering input here.
I'm going to look at his braking input too.
Yeah, they are next to each other. He brakes before Jersey does. Was it that downshift?
It feels like it was that downshift. Maybe locked up the rears or just caused enough of a buck there. Wow, that is super aggressively dangerous. Oh, Pyro just got into Jersey at Indy, P4 and P5.
This is absolutely chaotic. Coming down, I love how all the drivers somehow come back together towards the end of the race.
Right?
We're going to serve that as a penalty. Looks like Jersey is okay. Nasty did pick up damage in that incident. Let's see what happens here. You can see on the back of Jersey, Pyro on the back of Jersey as they come in. And just can't get it slowed down. And oof. Good that Jersey didn't completely lose it. Pyro slowing down, letting Jersey go up ahead. Good sportsmanship there.
I wasn't paying attention to his braking inputs, but I wonder if he tried what I said, which was just carry speed through the kink, or at least not brake and then do all your braking later. But that was the option for real race cars with downforce and better brakes. The option for these cars is to slow down way before, especially with just what we've seen, all the weight transfer. The weight transfer is what's killing you. So you have to have that car settled before you attempt that corner. So you basically have to settle it down, start settling it down before the kink, and then by the time you come out of the kink, you need to be able to brake in a completely straight line. That's what you have to be able to do. Yep.
Shaggy, dominating here with the fastest lap of a 3:40.748, making it look easy. Plenty of tires, plenty of fuel. 2 laps to go. Sheldologist in P2. A little more wear and a little less fuel, but should make it to the end. Still a minute ahead of McNaughty, currently in P3. And it does look like Jersey is slowly closing that gap. It was 10 seconds earlier, now it's down to 9 seconds. So McNaughty's going to have to nurse those tires to the end, and you can see in the background, Nasty and Pyro still going at it, Lambo on Lambo.
Lambo on Lambo Prime. We also have a pretty good battle for not last going. Left to pass you chasing down Slick. He's got slightly better tires than Slick though, and they've got most of a lap to go. They just got out of Dunlop. And the left, right, like you said, coming out of it, or is it right, left?
One of the two. Yeah, Slick is looking not great on the tire wear. And these two have been battling out for a while. They have been pretty tight together throughout this race. Which is, I'm sure they're having fun. Because, when you're in last place, it's no fun. But when you got somebody you're fighting with the whole time, it's quite enjoyable. But left to pass you with much better racing mediums as far as tire wear goes.
Yep. Pyro picked up another 1 second penalty somewhere, by the way. P5. So he's going to have to serve another 1 second, and he's going to lose a position to Nasty, more than likely. Nasty, who somehow still remains in P6, but Nasty is going to have to navigate Indy well to ensure that he can take that position.
Indeed, and also I just saw on my screen over here, Shaggy starting the final lap, but in his final sector picked up 3 seconds worth of penalties. Not going to hurt him overall, but not ideal. Shaggy on the final lap.
Hey, Josh is in P7 with a half-second penalty going 99 miles an hour down Indy. I don't see that he's on. I don't see that he's not paused. He's just going really slow.
He said something in the chat about engine failure. I don't know
how, or maybe pedals.
What his deal? I don't see any. We'll just have to wait till afterwards.
I don't see any accelerator input. He's definitely slowing down even more now. I see steering input. Yeah, no brakes, no accelerator is what I'm seeing. So maybe pedal malfunction? Turn? Oh, he's getting off the line. Okay. I was like, did he lose the steering too?
There we go, as these guys are trying to get onto the final lap as well. McNaughty still with that podium position, but the gap is closing. 6 seconds now to Jersey. And oh my goodness, those left tires. If anybody can do it, McNaughty can. I believe in you, McNaughty.
You got it,
Hold
McNaughty.
on, buddy.
So Josh has just completely parked it out of the way, like kind of pulled it behind a wall. I think he's retired it.
Here we go. No more moment.
No more moment for Josh moment. From undefeated to last.
It happens to the best of them. And also, look at Shaggy's fuel. That is a bit nerve-wracking. He's about to come up on Josh, though. You see Mr. Moment there pulled over and now has disappeared. Magic, apparently.
I was wondering when he was just gonna, go to the pits. That's unfortunate.
Man, that front left is gone on McNaughty. You saw how wide he ran on that turn. Lucky not to pick up a penalty, but thankfully he doesn't have to do the 2 chicanes on this straight. But he does have to deal with the twins here.
He does, coming up on that first twin at the end of this, and that twin is a right-hander. But I think if he gets the braking right, he'll be fine. He's going to have to brake really hard and really early for it. The kink will be tough as well, so he's really got to start slowing down long before the kink.
And it's almost 2 seconds now between him and Jersey. They got over half a lap to go. This could be a battle for the podium between Jersey, Pyro, and McNaughty.
The problem with being a racer is that he's not going to want to slow down early for this.
Nope.
He needs to,
Nope.
but is he going to want to? Is he going to? Navigate
He is
the
a
kink
smart
mode.
racer.
Oh, that's not the kink. He is. He is.
When you get caught up in the moment like that, as Shaggy, I mean, streets ahead, as they
too
say.
much speed. Oh, yeah. He was carrying too much speed into it.
And McNaughty, oh no!
To...
Oh, McNaughty goes too deep. He couldn't handle it. That lets Jersey by.
I forgot the camera was on the winner. I was watching McNaughty. But yeah, here he does start braking fairly early, but I not early enough. And just isn't able to get it slowed down enough. Goes for the turn. That left rear is also gone, but not slowed up enough for the tires he's got. He's got no lefts.
There's PHG Sheldologist with a solid P2. Great run.
Well done.
And it looks like, I mean, they still got a ways to go. Pyro's right there. This is not over for the final podium and prize winners. Remember, the top 3 do get a prize from 4D Racewear. Big thanks to 4D Racewear. And look at that acceleration, Pyro. He's going to go for it. Jersey doesn't go defensive. There's nothing he can do. Pyro gets ahead, but now here's where it gets tricky in that Lamborghini. The back end's going to want to step out. You can see it losing a bit of the tail there, and this is where a lot of drivers have been getting penalties. A penalty at the end of the race could ruin it. Now Jersey catching back up. There's not really very good overtaking here. He's going to have to rely on Pyro to make a mistake. The back end wagging out.
Right there.
Jersey touching the grass, but keeps it on track. Pyro's gonna have the inside for the chicane. Jersey cuts back. Pyro's gonna go defensive. 2 chicanes left. A little bit quicker one. Jersey going for the outside. Oh,
did we just see this last race?
Oh my goodness. Can they keep it? No, Jersey
get out of here.
Jersey goes. Pyro losing it a little bit. Oh no, and a penalty.
Oh!
A 2-second penalty from Jersey, giving Pyro P3. Wow.
Well, that'll do it.
Wow. What a finish for the podium. Good hard racing from both drivers.
I think we saw Jersey try that same move in the last lap of the last race. I can't remember who he was racing against. Was it Pyro? No. It was somebody in an Alpha. Yeah. It was somebody in Alpha. But yeah. That time he got a nudge and it didn't work, and this time I think it just didn't work. It just wasn't great.
It just wasn't in the cards.
Did left just pick up a 2-second penalty?
To like add to a 0.5? Off the track.
Oh no, Slick. They were battling.
No grip on that left rear. There's nothing left. No wonder the back end just steps out.
Interesting that this left tire issue seems to only be affecting Alphas. It's McNaughty and Slick. Okay, well, just those 2 people.
Yeah, it's a weight issue, I'm sure. So Shaggy up to P1. He started P2. Sheldo started P1, so he dropped back 1. For the most part, drivers stayed where they were. Josh had an impressive go at it, but couldn't quite bring it together. Tati, will you take us through our final race results?
Sure thing. Here are the results of an incredibly interesting race. Top 3, no surprise, or top 2, Shaggy Doo in the Gallardo, PhD Sheldologist also in the Gallardo, and Pyro also in the Gallardo in 3rd place. That's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, by the way, respectively. PhD Jersey in the 430 in 4th place. In 5th place, we've got PhD Nasty also in the Gallardo. And then in 6th, we got McNaughty in the Julia. Heroic effort, but them left tires just were not his friends. In 7th place, you got VIP Left to Pass for You in the 430. In 8th, PhD Slick in a Julia. In 9th place, we're looking at BHR Fernando, also in a Julia. In 10th, Rowdy. And in 11th, PSG Josh Moment, also in Julia's, who DNF'd. Oh, sorry, all 3 of these drivers DNF'd. Fernando was the one who lost. I see, okay. Yep. Josh's DNF came very late in the game. It was unfortunate. I do wonder if it was like pedals or something like that.
Right. That was, holy cow. Okay, so that was our competition split. Obviously, you know, we do have stewards. If there's an issue, you can submit a ticket on the Papa's House of Game Discord. There is a section for that. But so far, what it looks like, and it looked pretty straightforward. I didn't see anything crazy out there. We just had a solid 1, 2, 3. Shaggy Doo, Sheldologist, and with the dramatic ending there from Pyro, that was absolutely incredible. Tati, your driver of the race there.
I don't even know. It's between Shell and Shaggy, not because obviously they made it to the front, but because they were able to keep that Lambo together somehow when it was really catching everybody out. I mean, that in and of itself is impressive.
And they finished over a minute ahead of the rest of the field.
So I
definitely think Shaggy, Sheldo are in there, and then I'm going to say Pyro as well. Pyro moved up the field a little bit, and maybe it's just because we were on him quite a bit, but we saw him have several issues, several penalties. He fought so hard against Jersey, put his car in the right spot, so the only way for Jersey to get by caused Jersey to get a penalty. And golly, I love it. We had drag race across the line, 2 races in a row, 2 different races, in fact, because that last race was a lot different from our first race. So that was really incredible. There is a poll up in the chat. So please vote on your driver of the race. We are going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll have our podium finishers graphic set up. And also, our very own Salamander will reveal what our next race is. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned in, and we'll be right back.
Through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Adrenaline, voices in the engine sing. One chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Cross the edge of time. Curves become a weapon, brakes become a dare. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left. of time.
Pedal down, heartbeat rising, no retreat, no compromising. Every second sparks ignite, push it harder, cut the night. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire, ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line. Crowds are up, the ground is shaking. Every move, the future's waiting. Through the smoke, I see the sign. This victory will be defined. Closer now, the light is burning. Every turn, the tide is turning. Risk it all, I feel alive. This is the moment I arrive. I'll break the line, I'll cross the fire, ride the speed, I'm climbing higher. No holding back, the world is mine. One last lap, I'll break the line. I'll break the line.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Oh, that was an exciting finish. Man, you guys had a
Say the
fun one to
least.
call there.
To say the least.
It
It
was
was
like
a good
it
one.
was
It's not
nice.
good. This is a good first event. I almost said race, but it was 2 races. But they were both super exciting. This was good,
Yeah, you came in for an epic one here. So
right?
I mean, there were
More of
God,
this, drivers.
right. I mean, there was a lot going on in the beginning, and then I mean, just people trying to handle these cars. I knew it was going to be tough. These cars,
Yeah.
this track, and sure enough, it was. We kind of saw everything. I mean, we saw Joker laps go well. We saw Joker laps get missed. We saw people losing it at Indy. We saw people losing it at the end of the long straight. But then it was equally as impressive when they were getting it right lap after lap. I mean, Shaggy
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sheldo were just so consistent that that seemed to be the name of the game when you run an endurance race. So, with that said, we closed
Practice.
out the poll. Closed out the poll for driver of the race. Shaggy ran away with that one as well.
Yeah.
No surprise there. Kind of a fan favorite
Well done,
with him
Shaggy.
running the PhD World Series. But yes, congrats Shaggy on both the win and the popularity vote. Which should also say, as the winners, we've got the podium here. Show off the winners. Shaggy Do with the first place trophy. Sheldologist in second, and then Pyro, who had a number of issues, comes by in third. I mean, what a comeback for him.
Indeed. Very nicely done.
But yeah,
Very,
I mean,
very nicely done.
yeah. So I mean, this man, exciting race. Like you guys were saying, very different, the two races. I mean, on paper, I made them so okay, they were just a little bit different, but they really turned out to be more different than I thought they were going to be, which I love being surprised by these. I mean, I put in a lot of work to try to get these combos set up, and almost every round somebody comes up with something that either is a different strategy I didn't think of, or it just unfolds in a different way than how I envisioned. And it ends up being even more exciting than what I thought it was going to be. So that's been super fun to witness, you know, both from a viewer and from the creator standpoint. So, but I think that brings us to what might be our favorite part of the night for some people, which is to reveal what we're going to do next month. People are excited for that one. So I make sure the commentators here don't know what's coming up either. So they're
no clue.
I know.
You don't know.
I know.
You have no idea.
Liar!
I have my sources.
You have your sources. Okay, so next month we are going to have.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
We're doing Rallycross.
Yes,
yeah.
baby.
We're doing
A
Rallycross.
good time.
It's in the
Yes,
Group
it
B road cars. So this is kind of like
Oh,
Interlagos, but there are two Group B road cars in here. The Mitsubishi Lancer and the Subaru WRX. I swear I did not steal this from Shaggy. I had this combo put together long before I saw the Lancer versus WRX that the PHC World Series is doing this week. But yeah, no, we're doing Rallycross. As you can see from the graphic, it's basically just an extension of that like squared off horseshoe that you go flying around just after you take the jump. So it's a fun one. It's a short track. The laps are less than a minute. So we're gonna do 30 laps here, but those are gonna fly on by. You know, we should be able to get in 3 races. We might be able to get a 4th race in with this one, because these are going to be a little bit shorter in time. But that, and I don't think we're having a prize on the line for this one. So this one's very much going to be just a for fun kind of race. But it's going to be a bit of a wild one. You know, being at Rallycross and these cars, they slide all over the place, which when you get into that flow is so much fun. But if you're not good at the dirt track stuff, it can be somewhat frustrating for sure. What do you guys think of this one?
Fun, and I said that I love the GR3 road cars. I completely forgot there were GRB road cars. I don't think I own one in GT7.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you see me in the race and instead of in the booth, you know what happened. I went out and I bought a GRB.
They're not expensive.
They're not. I remember.
We need to get Hako in here. You know, he's a rally extraordinaire.
Oh yeah.
Show us some good times. So this is one of those ones where, you know, controller versus wheel can come into play as well. As far as, because you got to get that car sideways, a lot of counter steer, try to carry as much speed as possible, and then, you know, trying to race alongside other people is also a challenge. And I'm curious what the quote unquote safety area is going to be for the Joker, because you come over that jump back onto the tarmac, and then, you know, it's a hard left-hander for everybody, and then the Joker guys are going to have to go deep.
Yeah, this is going to be very similar to the last Catalunya race, where the Joker Series drivers are going to have to slow down and let the other guy make their left-hand turn rather than just plow through them. I'm actually, because this is going to be an all exhibition, I'm not enforcing the turn signals on this one. Also because you are constantly turning. There's no straightaway. If you've seen in all the other ones, I've tried to make the commitment line like on a straightaway. Like you have time to get your thumb set up to get your turn signal engaged. And there's just no chance for that here. That, and because it's the Joker Laps driver it's their responsibility to avoid the guy who's slowing down ahead of them. It really doesn't serve a purpose anyway. So with no prize on the line, I'm not going to deal with the turn signals this time. So we're going to have a one race exception to that rule.
Perfect. I go now energy, you know, just a little bit, just a tad. Good luck, everybody else. Energy.
Yep.
But on the Joker exit, there will be some etiquette to be had. You know, they're going to come out wide, And normally the regular drivers would also be coming out wide, and they need to be cognizant of the fact that somebody coming out of that Joker is going to be carrying more speed than what they're doing, and they need to cut it in tighter than what they normally do. That's going to be the challenge, is the Joker exit for this one.
Indeed.
In addition to just the track as a whole.
I have to admit, I've never driven this layout.
What? Oh, it's
Not
fun.
even just messing around.
It has tarmac and dirt, so you're on dirt tires, but about half the track is on track.
Yeah,
So
I know all about it. I just have not had the pleasure.
Understeer
crazy.
is going to be a real thing in these cars.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're returning to where the Joker laps all started, which is at a rallycross course. The only rallycross course we have in Gran Turismo 7, but
Hey, you found the other ones. Sort
Indeed. Indeed. Very cool.
But there we go. That's next month. That's what we get to look forward to. If you saw in the graphic,
Yeah, it's
it's
exciting.
March 27th. So for those of you involved with NRL, March 27th, that is a bye week for the NRL. So I was going to do it earlier, but if I did it earlier, it would be during one of the NRL competition weeks, and I don't want to compete with McNaughty in the NRL. So I moved it back. People have plenty of time to practice for this. And again, it's going to be just for fun. Do expect that I have to check what the schedule looks like in April, but I am expecting we will have a shorter turnaround going from March to April, though, for that one. But so just expect that when we get there.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go. So I suppose that's the end of the night. A couple of shout outs. Of course, shout out to 4D Racewear. Go visit them at 4dracewear.com. They've got a lot of good sim racing gear. They've got the gloves, cool gloves. Papa's got a set of the ones that are more like go-kart style, so they're longer. They've got them in various colors.
Cool.
They've got the different shoes, both the reactions and the prototypes, the two that we gave away for this particular event. They've got a number of jerseys. They actually made me 2 custom jerseys, which I don't have one on. I should have put one on for this broadcast. I forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, they got lots of cool stuff. Go check them out. Tell them Sal sent you. If you use code Salamander10X at checkout, you get 10% off your order. So remember that as well. In addition to our sponsor, maybe want to give some shout outs to a number of these leagues that we're all involved in, that are either sister leagues, parent leagues, or just friends of ours. Of course, we have to talk about the PHC World Series. Our winner tonight, Shaggy, is the brainchild behind that PHC World Series race this weekend, tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Central, and Saturday at 1 p.m. Central, is going to be at Red Bull Ring in WRX versus Lancer. So that should be an exciting one. We've got NRL. McNaughty just announced the schedule for NRL, so if you can find him in Discord and find his Discord server, you can get all the details on the NRL. That one is also very much worth a watch and has been the inspiration to a lot of what we're doing here, both at the Joker Series and the PHG World Series. I want to give a shout out to T-Case. T-Case does his T-Case Tuesdays every night, and then also likes to do, what is it called? Thursday Thunder?
Oh, Thursday Night Thunder on NASCAR 25. It's hilarious. It's not serious because that game is not serious.
But yeah, so T-Case always has that going on. Certainly go, if you find him on YouTube, he's got his name up there. You can also find his Discord server where he talks about what's going on every T-Case Tuesday. And Tati, I understand you have some stuff to shout out too as far as events and leagues.
Yeah, I mean, all the same ones you mentioned for sure. Obviously, I'm very excited to be back in NRL. About to get started in a couple of weeks here with the GT Champions World Cup. I recognize that I think the two communities are pretty separate, with maybe like S7R is the bridge there, but World Cup's been going on forever. I've been commentating for them for years. I think we're on season 8 now, so go check them out. It's gtchampions.com, and just endurance style racing with some interesting rules now.
Cool.
Cool. Big shout out to Rob, who dropped a $2 donation snack fund for the commentators. So thank you for that, Rob. I also want to shout out, I almost forgot, IRO and their G-Tech series and the Gran Turismo Sprint Championship series also that I believe Sector 7 is heavily involved in. PHG is fielding...
racing in that.
Yeah, PHG is fielding 2 teams in the Gran Turismo Sprint Championship, so we're excited to get that going. I think that's starting next month, but the Gran Turismo Endurance Championship has already begun. I believe they ran their 24-hour race just a weekend or 2 ago. So,
A couple weekends ago, yeah.
Couple weekends ago.
I kind of forgot about IRO. I do comms there too. That's an awesome series with driver changes and long format races. I love it.
Yeah, and I mean the level of talent they've brought in this year. My God, there's a number of Gran Turismo World Series finalists that are running in that series. So there are some crazy fast times that I saw. When trying to do the qualifying, we tried to qualify for the Endurance Championship and just wasn't able to make the cut. So
It didn't work.
Yeah. With that
Listen,
being
we're the
said,
leftovers. I didn't even try to qualify. They were like, "Do you
I guess
just want
it's
to
time
race
for
with us?"
final
I was
thoughts.
like, "Okay."
T-Case, let's start with you.
Say that again. I'm sorry. What did you say, Sal?
Oh,
My
think his
headset's
headphones are
acting
doing
up.
the thing.
I'll be right back.
His headset's doing the thing.
It's doing the thing. Dongle.
Gotta
Dongle.
fix the headset thing. Get your dongle together, and get your dongle out of the camera.
I'm fixing it.
There we go. What did you say, Sal?
I was saying T-Case. Final thoughts on today.
Oh, well, you know what? That surprised me. Le Mans is not my favorite. And, we just did Le Mans with the PHG World Series, but the way you did it and put it together, the 2 different races being as different as they were and the level of competition, I thought it was fantastic and fun to see some different drivers in there.
Absolutely. Tati, final thoughts from you.
A good time. That was fantastic. I mean, the combo presented a real challenge. I think T-Case and I'm sorry if we harped on it. We apologize. But it played a big part of it just being on super sticky tires on softly suspended vehicles, or relatively soft suspended, right? But yeah, it was great. And watching drivers either overcome those challenges or just work through them was a lot of fun.
Indeed.
Yes, I concur. This was a fun one to put on. Like I said at the beginning, this was really the race and the combo that I was really looking forward to. There are plenty more exciting ones to come. I had identified 14 different tracks that we can run Joker laps at, and this was the 7th. So we are halfway through the tracks before we even have to start repeating things. So plenty more to come.
Nice.
We've certainly got some good, serious races coming. We've got some meme races coming, kind of like the Rallycross one. So definitely stay tuned for all that. Appreciate everybody that came out to watch. Thank you, both T-Case and Tati, for doing commentary on this one. Appreciate you guys giving me a hand. We couldn't do this without you. So yeah, I think with that, we are going to bid you all adieu. So peace out, everybody. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Walking to the core.